Hello, and happy Friday to all of our friends, past, present, and future. Welcome to Legends Die Live, a D&D stream brought to you by a group of nerdy, illuminated friends. I'm Mike D, and I'm the Dungeon Master, which means I'm in charge of the world building, and I basically serve as the tour guide through this fantasy world. And these are my players, the people that take this tour off-road.
Yes.
We play every Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. If you can't check us out live, I encourage you to check us out over on YouTube, where our videos are posted the following Monday. Our YouTube channel also has highlights. Encourage you to check them out.
They're fun.
Mechanically speaking, we're playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. Stylistically, we stay pretty close to the rules, but we do bend, break, and homebrew them as well. If that type of thing interests you, I encourage you to check out our homebrew document in the doobly-doo down below. Big thank you to Sirenscape for providing us with the music and the epicness that will serve as the background to our opening scene. Just you wait. And thank you to our logo artists for providing us with the logo. Makes sense. Yep. And our headshots. Check them out over on Twitter. Our bard Felix will be in the chat. So if you're in there, say hi, and he will say hi, and you guys can go from there. That's kind of the way things work.
Oh, it'll go.
Careful, he's a bard.
And then finally, stick around, because at halftime we're going to be giving away a legendary die, where where the chat will vote on who gets to get a legendary die, which basically consists of a d20 that a player will roll as kind of a bardic inspiration and completely break my game.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything else before we jump into things?
No.
Shout out to Beastly Muffins in the chat.
Hey!
Hey, good to see you, Beastly.
It is good that you are here.
So, with that, let's get into tonight's session of Legends Die.
Why is it sad music?
It's about as smooth as it gets, folks.
It's true.
So, previously
You didn't write a summary.
on Legends Die Live, they don't know that.
Now they do.
We
Our
all
characters
sang
were exiled from the elven city of Vintar, sent into the Underdark, led by an untrusty drow on a mission to find the source of the poison that had been corrupting the tree of Vintar. The tree that is both a source of the elves' heritage, the city that they live in, and also a repository of their culture. But before you guys could actually make it to the Underdark, there was a bit of a kerfuffle as Felix ran back to the Shady Vale to take care of some personal business. Upon his return, you all confronted him, discussed with him, came to terms with him. And eventually, Oni, you got the truth from him.
Yes, I did.
And the group, with your word, is continuing to travel in the Underdark. Trusting you to trust Felix. And as you guys were traveling in the Underdark, making your way through a series of increasingly dark and ominous and confusing, labyrinthine type of tunnels and caverns, Oni, you disappeared from sight.
Shit.
Right out from under me.
Yeah,
Literally.
Literally.
Felix, who was sitting on your shoulders, alerted the group as he fell to his ass with a loud yell as Oni disappeared.
Guys, Oni's gone. Let's kill Felix.
Oni,
Yes.
you find yourself in
In a fearful situation.
what looks to actually be a very comforting place.
Ooh.
There are leaves overhead
Mm-hmm.
and a very dense canopy that almost, but not completely, blocks out the sunlight. You can see beads of light, streams of light coming in as if the light was coming in like through a strainer.
I like this.
And you can see the texture of the leaves. You can hear the familiar chirping of birds and bugs that you're familiar with from Vintar. You can smell the familiar fresh air and scent that the tree of Vintar gives off. And amidst all of this, your attention is interrupted by first a sound, and then a series of tentacles that just lash out at you from you, God knows where. You just feel these tentacles grab onto you. I need you to roll for initiative.
I don't like this. That's super cocked, right?
No, it's not bad.
Gah! Okay. 6.
6. Okay. Let's
Kinda
get
sucks,
some
bro.
initiatives going right
Tentacles,
here.
they can't be that fast.
Well, you know.
You're caught flat-footed.
Yes, I was enchanted by the environment and then feared. So what is this? Like lion squid? Like the worst version of a sphinx?
You shall find out in 1 second.
Maybe they're friendly.
They're giving me hugs.
They're giving you a hug.
Okay.
That's how they shake hands.
Oh, bad.
And they're roaring in
touch.
happy excitement.
This is bad touch.
It's the dwarven hello.
I did not like that either.
Okay, Oni, as you feel these tentacles racing towards you, you're sort of your preternatural fighter's instinct kicks in. You know that something's gone wrong. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, shit. Oh, 11.
11.
Sorry, that's good for me.
Fail.
Probably, yeah.
But you failed successfully.
Chris, we're matching today.
And
Oh, God.
you feel these things racing towards you, and you turn behind you, and all you see are a series of tentacles that race down towards you, and mid-flight the tentacles go invisible.
Oh, shit.
And they're gonna make attack rolls against you.
Fuck me. God damn it. No! You monster! What was that, a crit?
We're gonna start with a natural 20, folks!
I told you were just gonna roll crits today.
Not there.
Oh boy.
I told him this before.
Oh dear.
When we got here, like 3 hours ago.
Action dashing. Action dashing!
Boy. It is okay, everyone. Relax. I will be fine.
I'm so sorry.
You have nothing to apologize for, DM.
Yeah, if Oni
Or
dies
are you
here
holding
today,
your shield?
he lived a life. Yep.
That is fact.
How old is Oni?
It's not very old.
Oh. Lucky for you, I rolled the wrong dice.
Oh, thank God.
That's for later.
Wait, what?
So,
I don't know.
you suffer...
Hopefully it's a lower die, though. Still a crit, though.
You suffer 23 points of bludgeoning damage.
Mike has a tell. If he sticks his tongue in the side of his mouth, that means it's bad for us.
Is it really?
Are you good at poker?
No.
You sound like you would be.
Well, if Mike played poker, maybe.
He doesn't know
Ouch,
how to
by the
play.
way.
So,
We'll play poker.
this creature appears... Come over here. Appears from being invisible. These two tentacles wrap out towards you, and as they reach you, they wrap around your exposed arms, and you can feel these like serrated edges stick out, and then these thorns begin digging and twisting, tightening themselves around your scales. You can feel the blood beginning to drip down your forearms, and you are moved 5 feet towards the target.
Oh shit.
Oh. And that's where I felt the tentacles come from?
Correct. And it reappears after it's attacked you.
Fucking perfect.
Okay. It is your turn.
Dope. I will cast Create Bonfire. No, wait, it's light in there, right?
There's currently light.
Okay, then in that
Coming in.
case, I will cast a second level Burning Hands in the direction of the creature that has reappeared. It is a 15-foot cone.
Okay. Yeah, you can hit it.
Awesome. Dex save, DC 14.
Dexterity saving throw.
Probably succeeds.
Fails.
Oh, sweet. Thank Jesus. Or, sorry, Theatrus. Let's see.
You can take both.
Ooh, yay, good roll, sort of. Okay, so that's 10, 15, 18, right?
Really good roll.
18 points of fire damage to that thing. Woo. Bonus action, second wind, because ouchies, and you're mean. So just a moment while I do that. Ooh, yay! That was 9 plus 4, so yay me. 13 plus. And action surge because I'm alone and afraid.
This is going real well.
Yeah. So, now when I hit it, nothing changed, right?
Nothing changed. So it was a cone of fire?
Yes.
Yeah, so the flames ignited around it, and what you see now that it's actually appearing and you're looking at it is a creature with no discernible face, really. It's like a giant amorphous mercurial sac that has a series of tentacles, 4 tentacles that are hanging down and low, and then a series of smaller tentacles that are kind of like lashed onto the ceiling, sort of moving it. And you don't see a face, but the bottom of the sack just opens up into a large mouth with like these hooks that protrude out of it.
Gross. Okay, yeah. I don't like that. So, am I still grappled by it?
You are still grappled.
Would I have to use an action to get out?
Correct.
I will use my action surge to get out of that thing.
Okay. Athletics check.
Okay, please roll high. Or don't, asshole. Plus 6, thank you. So that's a total of 12.
No.
Great.
You are not.
That was a burn of an
Free.
action surge.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, as Oni disappears, you guys notice him, the 4 of you, you notice him disappear, and you immediately see Aza'Real turn around, noticing, she says, "Shit! He's got him!" And then she starts sprinting down the hall, down the cavern.
I'm following.
Who's got him? What? I'm
Questioning,
following.
just following.
Yeah, I'm following, and I'm asking a question as I'm following.
Creatures of the deep, keep up, keep up! And she's sprinting down. Now the caverns at this point are very twisted. There's not much of a straight chute, so you got to keep winding your way. through.
If he dies, I quit.
Well, then you better hurry. And she's sprinting. As you guys are running, you turn a corner, and Aza'Real is no longer there. You don't see her, but there's only one direction to keep going.
Me neither.
You don't see her.
She quick as shit, y'all.
She's gone.
Alright.
She's out of sight.
I keep yelling, let's go!
Okay.
Fucking
Run
shit,
for
what are
Oni's
you?
life!
Do I recognize this creature? Is it an arcane creature?
Give me an Arcana check.
No.
No. All right. So,
What are you, you disgusting thing?
The horn's loud.
yeah, let me bump down the music a tad.
I don't like this.
I am no holds barred sprinting because if one dies, I'm screwed.
No holds barred.
So now it's the creature's turn. The creature's going to loom in towards you,
Bring it on!
and it's hanging from the ceiling, and it's got these 3 other tentacles that aren't wrapped around you, and its giant maw comes down and it's going to attempt to bite you.
Okay. It's an attack roll.
Yeah, and it has advantage because you're restrained.
I'm restrained.
Yeah, you're restrained.
Oh, so I would I have been able to attack before then?
It's its turn. You use your action surge to try and get out of it,
Yeah.
but you weren't able to.
Right.
So you're still restrained.
Right. Well, okay.
Did you take an action?
If he was restrained, he wouldn't have been able to attack.
Right.
If he
That's
just-
basically my concern.
I thought you could
Grappled,
attack
he's
when
fine.
restrained.
No, he's-
Grappled for sure.
Technically, they describe it as a grapple, but he's restrained mechanically.
Okay, then I don't think I would have been able to cast Burning Hands.
I don't think that's
No,
true.
you're fine.
Okay.
You're fine.
Cool.
So that is a 15 to hit.
It misses.
Hey!
I have my
He
shield.
misses. Okay. Oni, go ahead. It's your turn. It
Yes.
takes another chomp at you. Misses.
You're ugly too. And I will. I'm right fucking there. I'm gonna use my acid breath on him.
Okay.
Yeah, I have mouth as well.
Dex save.
Yeah, Constitution.
We gotta
actually. Oh
work
wait,
on
no,
this
yeah,
trash
Dex.
talk.
DC 13.
I have
Roll the
multiple
2.
spells.
Yes.
Go ahead, roll me
Weaker
some
than Burning
damage.
Hands.
As your jaws open up, you can see this acid begin to form, and then a line of acid just shoots out.
Wow, that was crap.
It hits the creature.
6
and
points.
You can hear and
Yucky.
see part of it begin to
Yucky.
sizzle and corrode away. 6 points of acid damage.
Yeah, I rolled all 2s.
Okay.
It's caustic. I
It's
learned that
your
word
turn.
recently.
Yeah, it's a great word.
Very proud of it.
Oh, that's the end of your turn? Anything else?
No, that is end of my turn.
Okay.
You see, and my mouth is better than yours.
It's going to use one of its legendary actions
Oh, it has those.
Sorry, what did you say?
to bite you.
I don't like that. You stop that.
It got one
You
good
revolt against legendary.
That's a 24.
Well, yeah. Wait, yeah.
Well, that'll
Yeah.
hit.
Yep.
And now you take...
All the fucked up damage that you had rolled earlier.
Oh no!
Sounds like plenty of dice.
Why did Oni disappear and not the rest of us?
Because I have a low wisdom. I failed the wisdom save.
Oh shit, that's right, you did.
He had the lowest wisdom.
I have 8 wisdom.
You take 20 points of damage,
That's a lot of
Holy
damage.
fuck!
And I don't appreciate it.
How you holding up there, buddy?
and now we go back up to the top of the round, and
Only
it's
it's
its turn
fine.
again.
It's its turn. Yes,
Back.
that's right.
That was a legendary action.
That was
Now
a-
we're back up to the top of the round. It's its turn again.
I will take you down.
Make another bite against you.
Come then.
That's a 24.
That will hit me. Okay.
So
roll.
the first bite chomped down, and you pulled the your hand that had the tentacle on, and you can see part of its maw actually bites its own tentacle and rips away a bit of your flesh. Now it's coming down with its second maw. You bring your other hand out of the way to try and deflect the blow.
It has 2
But-
Yeah,
months.
it has 2 mouths?
It has a big one.
Sorry, it took one bite and then it's taking a second
okay.
bite.
Yeah.
So 2 chomps.
Okay.
Uh,
What are we looking at right now?
It's all maws.
These will.
you take 21 points of damage.
I am down.
You're down? You're unconscious?
Yeah. Death saves for me, baby. Baby!
Oh no!
You seem excited.
I'm not.
Yes, dude!
Yep.
It's Oni's turn, so
Death save for me, please.
death
DM.
save
Oh no.
using the metal die.
Oh no.
No!
Here it comes.
Be nice to me!
Oh no.
Okay, well, while Oni's unconscious, I'll remain like this.
So, at this point, you guys are running
We are.
down through the halls.
Action dashing.
And as you're running through the halls, using all your movement, all your sprint, your heart's pounding, you're sweating. Your vision is kind of going black with just rage and anxiety over where Oni is, what's happened to him, where's your drow, where's your lead, or your guide. And as you're running through, the texture of the wall begins to change a little bit. The texture of the wall begins to have like leaves on it, but it's uneven leaves. And as you keep going, the texture becomes fuller and fuller until it fills out the whole thing, and the light begins to peek through the farther and farther you go running down through this cavern. And you guys turn a final corner and you open up into this larger chamber. And Oni, right as this creature is chomping down on you with its second maw, you can see it coming right at you.
Look at his cannon.
It's got two mouths.
Yep.
It's like this. Right as it's coming down on you, you're bleeding. You've taken a lot of damage. You see a series of shapes run through the door.
I'm throwing a spear.
You see five
Yeah.
outlines of individuals.
Will.
You see Agar running. His eyes are furrowed with intensity, white knuckles gripping his spear, his firm feet pounding on the ground, echoing like the war drums of an entire dwarven army here to come to your rescue.
Fuck yeah.
Behind him, you see Felix is running towards you, pan flute out in preparation to channel his magic. The tune of his song already beginning to emanate through this cavernous opening and already beginning to add a sense of buoyancy to your spirit right before it goes dark. Sebastian is prowling low, brandishing two daggers, sneaking into the cavern, holding one by the handle, holding the other by the tip, prepared to throw it. His shadows are elongated on the wall as he stealths within like an army of silent, shadowy killers. And here comes Riley. Fun buns ablaze with holy radius. The dragon face on her shield emanating white-hot light. Her cheery and blithe disposition replaced with a look of divine ferocity. And she seems to just be emanating light. And right before it goes black, Oni, you see all your companions moving in slow motion, running towards you. A glossy sheen to your vision, a cinematic spread of heroes rushing recklessly into danger, each brandishing their own flavor of weapons and magic. Your companions have come to help you, to live or to die, but most importantly, to fight beside you. I need you all to roll initiative.
Oh my god. I'd rather not help you die.
I appreciate that. Oh, that's good.
Why do you keep using that die?
It was good earlier.
Back to unconscious Oni. Back to your regular scheduled programming. Unconscious Oni.
Put the hood down.
Yep.
Okay. 20 to 25? 15 to 20.
19.
10 to 15?
What happened to our rose? 14. Dude! What's with you guys?
5 to 10?
9.
8.
Guys.
It could have been worse.
I was panicking.
Stop panicking.
At the
It's
very
hard for me
least.
to keep up with my little legs.
I'm running
You don't
with 2 daggers in my hand.
Don't
Gotta be
see
careful.
me complaining.
Daggers are dangerous.
I'm carrying 170 pounds worth of shit.
At the
You
very
got which
least,
one is strength
Felix,
modifier?
149.75.
your secret
Okay.
will die with me.
I am a quarter pound away from half my carrying capacity.
If Oni dies, they're gonna kill me.
So,
That is a distinct discussion.
It's a possibility, man. Agar hasn't had time to calm down.
So is it another death save?
Who's
for me?
ready for 2 new characters?
I need. So, let's get you all arranged as you all come running in, splayed out like the superheroes that you are. Say Sebastian's creeping along the wall. We don't have a red.
No, we don't. Well, unless you want him to include the drow.
Willow.
You want me to roll for him?
No, he has his instructions.
Where is this?
Willow has his instructions.
Hide.
Oh, right.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll a d4. That's a 3. Sebastian, we've been here
Every
before.
time.
I need a wisdom saving throw.
No, it's definitely not.
14.
Is it a charm effect?
No.
Okay.
Sebastian disappears from the battlefield, reappears.
My tentacle
right next to him.
nightmare begins again.
Right next to
I
him.
thought he was going somewhere else.
I think you're a hentai magnet.
Riley.
Find out next time.
Yeah.
Magnet or magnate?
Riley, it's your turn. What would you like to
How far away am I from Oni?
At least now I'm in range.
do? About 30 feet.
I'm so glad I made that thing like that. Okay.
Yeah, 30 feet.
Alright, I'm around to him.
Okay. You can get right up to him.
I recognize he's like... Is he unconscious?
He's unconscious. He's bleeding profusely. You can see chunks of his forearms are missing.
Stop it. No. I will cast Spare the Dying.
Okay.
Why not just kill him?
So you cast Spare the Dying. Okay, so Oni, you stabilize. You stop making death saving throws. Anything else happen for Spare the Dying?
No,
That's it.
I can't register this.
Agar,
And
you're up.
then-
All right.
Or anything else? Sorry.
It's cantrip, you can cast as well.
I will cast on the creature. Sorry, I don't even have that prepared. I didn't look through all this. I didn't expect you going first.
You have a lot of spells.
I know, that's why it's problematic. Spiritual weapon, yeah, I did have that prepared.
Spiritual weapon?
Yeah.
You cast it right.
On top of them, giant dragon head. 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
Thank you.
That'll hit. Yep, that'll hit.
I'll do pig. 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage as this giant ethereal dragon face appears. It just takes, it kind of swirls and takes a chomp and then reappears right above it. You can see the creature lash out in pain. You can hear this sickening,
But you're two of them.
and then that's it, right?
Great.
All right, Agar, you're up.
How far am I? I'm like 30 feet?
Yeah.
All right. I am running.
Lunging.
You're 30 feet to Oni. It's behind Oni, so it's 35 feet.
Yeah, I'll run the 25 feet that I can.
Okay.
And I'm going to take that spear. And as soon as I'm in range, I'm going to aim for it and try to hit it with the spear.
Go for it.
Cool.
Is it like above me?
It's kind of hanging. It's got these small tentacles that are dug into the ceiling, which to you guys looks like leaves and branches.
Right.
And it's hanging from those small ones, but it's got these long ones that are dangling out.
Okay.
21 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right.
Quite good.
That is 3 points of damage plus 5 is 8 points of damage.
Okay, 8 points of damage.
And I'm going to throw the other spear.
As you take a spear, you actually throw it right.
That's 20!
You throw your first spear, it sticks right within it, and then you throw your second spear, and it goes right through it and comes out the other side.
Fuck yeah, it does.
That's very cool. Very cool.
And that's 6 plus 5, 11 points of damage for the second spear.
11 points of damage. Nice.
And that's all I can do.
Being very...
Get the fuck off him!
20. I'm sorry.
Do what you must.
What?
I understand.
Cutting words.
The creature is going to use one of its legendary actions,
It's okay.
and it disappears,
What?
and it reappears.
I think the fuck not.
That is funny. Weird.
Question: what happens to me?
You were not grappled.
Oh, good. I'm just.
So you did not. It brought you to it,
Okay.
planning to attack you the next round. But seeing these band of warriors comes in, it took its prey and
I am prey.
How far is it from me right now?
Do I get an attack of opportunity, or does
it
my spiritual
teleports.
weapon?
Yeah,
No,
no.
teleport doesn't
Damn
happen.
it.
You're
Way out.
about 50. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Felix.
Wait, can I action? Can I?
Sorry,
action?
Sebastian. Do you want to action surge?
Yeah, can I action search to move 25 feet closer?
You would be dashing, so it'd actually be 50 feet.
I can only move. I already moved my movement.
You have to do that on your turn, and it uses its legendary action at the end of your turn.
Okay, all right.
So, yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, because I would have dashed as a response to that. So
But
that's
yeah,
fair.
it caught you off guard.
That's fine.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Sebastian, then Felix.
How close can I get to it?
Your movement's 30.
Yep.
You can get right here, which would put you about 15 feet away.
Okay, I would like to move max of my distance.
Okay. Dashing or no?
No.
Okay.
I would like to throw my dagger at it.
Go ahead and make an attack.
Oh shit. So weird.
12 to hit.
Misses.
Alrighty, then I will throw my second one.
Oh, fan dagger.
Oh, that's worse.
Shit.
Okay then, I am daggerless and standing there like an idiot.
The short
You
sword.
throw one, and it sways to the side, and your dagger clatters. You were expecting kind of a soft thud because there's leaves behind it, but as it hits, there's a loud like clang as if it hit stone. And then your second one, again, clang against the wall, and it just scatters to the ground beneath it. Now you can see it standing, lording over Oni. One tentacle still gripped around Oni, just saliva pooling down out of its jaws onto Oni.
Sorry, buddy.
It is okay.
You can't say that. You're unconscious.
Felix.
So-
I felt it anyways.
Only go camera north, however far my movement can take me.
Camera north.
25?
Yep.
Well, you can bonus.
Can I
he
see?
can't.
No, I can't. Can I see him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you have line of sight. You do.
I will bonus action healing word to Oni.
Thank you.
And I'll roll for that. Just help me, Oni one Candor. You're my only hope.
Oh, can I get extra hit points for that?
I don't think Mike caught it.
No, I did not.
It's a Star Wars
Star
reference.
Wars.
Yeah.
7 points healed to you. That's not great.
7 points healed.
Yeah, that was 2 ones I rolled.
So you can hear Felix's pan flute and his voice echoing through the chamber, and your eyes flicker open, and you can feel and see bits of saliva on your face. You're just barely regaining consciousness. What else, Felix?
As a main action, I'm going to yell over at it and say, normally 2 mouths would be a wonderful thing, but you're a disgusting exception. And it's just fun for you.
Very nice.
Wisdom save?
Yes.
That's a natural 1.
Nice.
All
It has
right.
disadvantage on the
So-
next attack.
That's double damage, right?
No.
Yeah, and that is 2d4. So that is 5 damage to it and disadvantage on its next attack.
And I'm still restrained,
You're
right?
still restrained,
Okay.
so
So now it'd be a straight roll, right?
it's going to use one of its legendary actions.
Cool.
Jesus.
Bring it!
It's running out of those now, right?
I should hope so.
They reset each round.
Oh, okay.
Oh
That's good.
no.
Resistances don't.
Um,
Usually.
and so at the end of Felix's turn, is going to take a bite attack against you, Oni.
Okay.
Because of Vicious Mockery, it's disadvantage. Because you're restrained, it's
Straight
advantage,
roll.
so it's a straight roll.
Okay.
That's a 12.
Oh, it fails to do so.
So it bites at you. You manage to, this time, you actually punch it out of the way. You can see its slobber spits against the wall, splatters.
You are formidable, I will give you that.
And now it's its turn.
Oh shit.
You should stop insulting it after you do something cool.
It's going to make a bite attack against you, but now it has advantage.
Yes, I am waiting here for you.
That's an unnatural 20.
I will cast Shield as a reaction, so
Okay.
that it doesn't hit me.
Felix, you watch him cast shield, and as he casts it, there's something familiar about it. Something clicks in the back of your mind, and you're like, holy shit, I think I can do that.
Just like Bod did.
Okay, so his attack comes down, but as it's right about to hit you, you instinctively cast your magical shield, and this magical barrier apparates in front of it, preventing its jaws from closing in on you. It's now your turn.
Yes, it is. And I am restrained, so all I can do is use my action to attempt to get out of the restraining, yes?
You could attack it at disadvantage.
Oh. I will do that. Okay. So that is disadvantage, yes?
Yes.
Shit. Okay. That is, no, not spells. It is this thing. Yes, plus 7. I don't think I hit. 11?
No,
No?
it's not going to cut it.
Well, then that is my turn.
Oh boy.
I try to stab him with Alamir's longsword as I summon it.
You've lost too much vigor to be able to make it much of an attempt at
Give me a minute.
striking him.
Just a
Sorry, but it's going to use its other legendary action.
I am still
to
here.
let you.
My reaction is recovered.
Only a 15.
It misses.
Misses again. That magical shield still in place, deflecting its bite. You see the slobber kind of drop on this invisible windshield above you, and then your magical shield begins to dissipate and falls down you. As we go back to the top of the round.
Can I move 30 feet toward them?
Hold on. There's a lair action.
Oh, motherfucker.
There's lair action as well. I am fighting monster and place.
There's a lair action?
I feel like,
Like-
we're not ready for this.
Like the lair?
Yes.
Yes, the environment.
Please, we've got this.
Fuck.
I am doing well. I am healthy.
I need
You're something.
Sebastian. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Again.
Godspeed, buddy.
Would you like one of my dice?
No, I don't think it would even matter. I'm Will Wheaton at this point.
Oh,
Hey!
that's good.
Not bad, Wheaton.
Yeah, it's 2
15.
digits.
15?
Fails.
Oh,
That's a failure? Oh, there's no way I
You're
could
teleported right to it. You just blink out of existence and blink
Fuck
right back
sickos,
into
man.
This
existence.
is exactly where I wanted.
Right next to it.
Are his daggers in reach?
To pick
They're
up?
on the floor. Yeah.
That's a free
Riley,
action.
you're up.
I'll go 30 feet toward it.
Around
Fastest way.
Yeah, it's probably the shortest distance on that way.
15, 20, 25, 30.
And you move your spiritual weapon 20, right?
Well, yeah, obviously. But
Do you want to move it? It's a bonus action to
I
move
know.
it.
Oh yeah.
I have 7 hit points. Thank you to Felix. Good man.
First thing I'll do is cast Scorching Ray
That is
at
good.
level 3.
Scorching Ray at level 3.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Okay, make it count.
D20s?
Just FYI, mechanically speaking, its legendary actions have reset.
Okay,
Great to know.
good to know indeed. You roll D20 for each.
I know. I can add my modifier to it though, right?
I don't know.
Doesn't say that.
Then no.
Yeah. Only if it says add modifier.
Fuck me. I don't know. God damn it. That's a nat 1.
This one misses.
That's
That
a
was hidden.
5.
Plus.
Pretty sure. That's a
Ooh,
nat
natural
20.
Woo! That evens out, right?
That's a 14.
Plus wisdom modifier to the attack.
Why? It doesn't say that.
No, but that'd be to the damage. This is for the attack roll. You're rolling a spell attack.
So I can add my mod.
To the attack, but not to
Yeah.
damage.
That's why I was asking, even though it doesn't say it. Sorry, I feel like I haven't played in forever.
Yes,
That's
we
an unnatural 20.
We haven't fought in forever.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Unnatural 20.
So one natural 20 and one unnatural?
The rest
Yeah.
don't hit.
Alright. Roll me some damage.
Thank you.
So wait, this is for the nat 20. That's 16 points of damage for the nat 20, and 8 points for the regular attack.
All fired.
All fire damage. So these balls of fire come shooting out of her. A few of them miss widely, dissipating against the wall. But a few do manage to make contact. And you can see it kind of absorb the damage, and then there is shrieks of pain.
Thank you, Riley.
And then I'll cast Healing Word at level 1.
Ooh, thank
No,
you.
I can't do that. I
No,
just
you
still the
can't.
spell.
Oh, you just
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Well, you can use
Move my
bonus
spiritual
action.
weapon. Yeah.
20 feet?
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20.
Dope.
Okay. At the end of your turn, it's going to use its first legendary action
Bring it on.
to take a chomp against Oni.
Yes, I am here.
24.
Okay, so that hits.
Cutting words.
Got the
Hey!
words. Okay, roll. He's cutting words.
Halfway coming in clutch.
Hold on.
-4.
Okay, that makes it 20 total. I will cast Shield as a reaction.
Wait, isn't it still up?
No, it
no, it
resets on my
reset.
turn.
Okay.
It still works though. Like bringing it down to 20 lets me live.
Sweet.
What? Well, meets it, beats it. So if your AC is 20, it
It's
will still hit.
17 plus 5, so I'm okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I thought it brought it to 20.
No.
Okay, alright. So, it comes down to bite you. Felix's words try and deflect it and distract it, but it seems to penetrate at the last moment. You bring your spiritual shield back into place and block its attack. So that's one legendary action.
Thank
Ron?
you, Felix.
Teamwork.
Agar, you're up.
Alright, I'm running. So I was next to Riley, that's 25 feet. As I'm running, my spear that I threw that went through it should be on the ground. I'm picking it up, and the second I get line of sight, I'm throwing it.
Right there, you can throw it.
Alright.
What's your throwing distance on it?
20? Hold on.
I can check that.
Yeah, please. I have my.
You're throwing at disadvantage if it's 20.
Spear is
5.
20 feet to 60.
Alright, so
Oh, wait, am I at disadvantage then?
yeah,
If it's-
you can reach it, but
if
it's at disadvantage.
If it's 25 or more, it's disadvantage.
Yeah.
20 is still regular.
In that case,
Javelins.
I'm gonna take my action surge to get closer. Action
Okay.
surge to dash. Yeah.
So your second one.
Yep.
5,
20. So that should be 25.
20, 25.
Javelins do have better range.
Yeah, I want to get javelins.
Okay.
Fuck
He has
spears.
2 action surges?
No, I haven't. I didn't get to use it last time because
Yeah,
it was
you wanted to
out of my
use
Gotcha,
turn.
gotcha.
So I'm gonna take that spear and I'm gonna throw it.
Okay.
Shouldn't need to be a disadvantage, right?
No, you're fine.
No. That's just 8 plus 3 is 11
Extra attack.
To 11 to hit?
to hit.
No, misses.
All right, extra attack. I'm throwing the other one that I have on me. 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right, and that is 9 points of damage.
Very nice.
9 points of damage. Nice. So you throw your second, was it javelin spear?
Spear.
Spear.
You throw your second one, and it
javelins.
tries to deflect it with its tentacle, but you can see you managed to cut off a bit of its tentacle.
Yeah.
It flies in the air. Now it's got this waving tentacle spewing greenish liquid, almost like a hose of sewage. And it's getting all over Sebastian and Oni.
Oh no, my shield is up.
Yeah.
Yeah. My magic shield is protecting me.
I'm like,
This magical windshield.
This is going to
Yeah, it
follow
is
me.
26.
Okay. It is going to use its second legendary action at the end of Agar's turn.
Bring it on!
And
Three.
sorry,
Oh,
That's
you lose me
Sebastian.
again, huh? Okay, cool.
they disappear
God damn it!
from sight.
why does he keep bringing me with him?
I'm bringing Oni.
I know, but like he wants to eat me. but not enough to not eat Oni.
He hasn't had an opportunity to grapple you.
I am a lot meatier than you.
Sebastian, it is your turn.
How's it looking?
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
I
I look like
Fairly
tasty
hurt, but still pretty robust.
God damn, a fucking
guess
kill it.
will free action grab my daggers,
Mhm.
which should be around there.
Okay, you pick him up.
Can I move 30 feet into line of sight with it?
Like towards Felix?
Whatever's faster.
Probably
Probably
the other
back
way.
the other way, yeah.
You can get
Okay, I would like to throw a dagger at it again.
it. What's your range?
Probably a disadvantage, 2060. Question though, would I?
Yeah, it's disadvantage if it's 20.
How does that impact sneak attack?
Well, he's still within 5 feet, so
Yeah, you'd
it's
still get
advantage
it.
or
Yeah,
melee.
you still get sneak attack, but you're throwing at
Conditions
disadvantage.
A or B are met. Then sneak attack happens. But you can bonus action.
How far away am I from it?
35 feet.
Ugh.
bonus action dash.
I will bonus action dash to get as close as possible to it.
So you would get just 5 feet away from it.
I'm out of melee range still.
Yeah.
Okay, I will still chunk it at regular.
Yeah,
So now
no
it's just a straight roll.
disadvantage. Yeah. Would you like to use one of my die?
It's a nat 1.
Jesus.
As long as I don't hit
Christ.
Oni, we're fine.
Hit Oni.
No.
Damn it!
I have AC as well, and it's way higher than 1.
You throw your dagger and you hit this this stalagmite stalactite that have sort of formed a singular column right here. No, you're behind. You just hit.
I could probably hit it.
You hit the wall.
That feels good for you, though.
You gonna go ahead?
Can I? I already used my bonus action.
You did use your bonus
Oh,
action.
you don't
yeah.
have 2 attacks?
No,
I
rogues
get-
don't get that.
I get 2 attacks and an offhand.
Question. Our drow is not here, right?
Correct.
Oh, it's good, please.
Okay, never mind.
All right. The end of its turn, it's going to attack you with its last legendary
I am here!
action.
And my shield is still
Are you
up.
not entertained?
Yeah, for real. It's like you're trying to eat me,
It
but
kinda
you're really
hurts
bad
right
at
now.
it.
I feel very upset that I can't use my maul. Or I haven't been able to.
Yeah.
You should just spread around the room.
Yeah.
That's a 21.
Well, 17 plus
You're good.
5. I'm good. Yeah.
Okay. Just
Yeah,
barely.
you're 22.
A lot
It
of
takes
mileage
another
on that
chomp
shield.
at you.
Yeah.
This time, one of its teeth cracks and splits in half as it hits your magical barrier.
Hey.
Uh,
How's that blood taste?
Felix, you're up.
Alright. Am I within 30 feet?
I've become a lot more socially aware when I am nearly dead.
35.
It's just the blood loss.
Yeah.
Alright, I will step 5 forward.
Actually, make you face me.
Yeah, do that.
I like Felix's shadow is cast.
Yeah, that's good.
Nice.
So tall.
No, I'm just gonna repeat that last turn. Actually, no. Alright, I'm going to take out my bow. Oh, I shouldn't do that. No, fuck it. It's out anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna take a shot out of the bow.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
17.
Hits.
Yes.
Do you know what you're adding?
Yes.
Okay.
You're lucky I can't see you.
Pulls his bow out, notches an arrow, lets it fly, and as it flies through the air, it like gains black fire
Ooh.
What?
and then impacts the creature.
He has some magic shit.
What?
Why do we have that?
Knocks an arrow.
13 damage.
13 damage.
That's plus sneak attack?
No, it's not. Oh, yay! 13 plus 6, 19.
Woo! Okay, you hit it. It's looking pretty rough at this point, but it's its turn. So it is going to. First of all, one of its tentacles is going to latch out and race towards
Hey.
you. So that is a...
Dex save.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Could I have bonus action to inspire Donnie? Just side note.
Sure.
Thank you.
That's a 24 to hit.
That will indeed.
Hit. Okay. So you take 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And you're brought 5 feet closer to it as it just reels you in. So now you are shoulder to shoulder with Oni. Both of you.
You said that was 9?
Correct.
Okay.
Hello, Sebastian.
Oni,
This is bad spot.
it's your turn.
Okay, let's try this again. And I will try and stab him one more time with Alamir's longsword.
Okay, you take your sword out. You
At
make a swipe.
disadvantage, right?
Disadvantage, correct.
Okay. 8 plus 7. I don't think I hit.
You do have inspiration.
Oh, that's right. I have inspiration. D8, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so 8 plus, what is that, 15 plus 5?
That will hit.
Awesome. So I do manage to get him with my longsword. Thank you, Alamir.
And
Sweet.
Felix.
And Felix. So that is a total of 14 points of damage.
14 points of damage.
Wait, no.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oni,
Yes.
through the fury of it all, you grab your sword, you take a slice across it, you do a serious cut, slash within it, and parts of its guts begin to like fall out, and you can see it begins weakening and enervating in its vigor. Give me a second attack as just this swell of rage and emotion, and just you become overcome.
Disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
Oh, but very good. Natural 20 and a 19.
Wow.
Hell yeah!
Right? That's crazy. Way to not be anticlimactic, dice. And 9 points of slashing / radiant.
Oni,
Yes.
give me the final blow.
Yes!
Okay, so after the slash where the guts start spilling out, I go, okay, it is my turn, I suppose, to make you unconscious. And I'll flip the sword around so that the hilt is facing like the top side, and I'll come in from the side and just stab it where I think it has eyes.
No eyes. But
Great.
where you
Yeah.
think there are eyes.
And I just stab there and try and come down.
Okay, so you see the blade go through, and for a second it disappears, but then you see the other end of it come out the other side, and just Oni on the ground, his back on the ground, this blade out, and then he rips it out. The creature, its short tentacles that were clinging it to the ceiling, still just hold it in place, lifeless, but it's just floating there, kind of now dead. As it just begins to ooze and drip blood. And as life fades from this creature, the chamber begins to change. The leaves disappear. The sunlight vanishes. And you just are left inside this dark, empty, cavernous space. Very similar to other parts of the Underdark that you had traversed. You're all just standing there, puffing, breath, catching yourselves.
I sprint to Oni.
Yeah, as we were in the Oni as well.
I'll cast Great Bonfire on the corpse.
It's dangling in the air, so you can
I guess
right
under it
underneath
then,
it.
yeah.
We're gonna cook it.
No, don't do that.
I start getting up. I need to see them.
Oh, true.
Oni, you hear just this collective pitter-patter of feet, and you hear resounding, Oni!
Hello, everyone. I killed it.
As
Great
you just
job,
feel this small thing tackle you right before you cast Bonfire, and you can feel Arquillo kind of wrapped himself around your head. Just
Yeah. I actually fall.
Okay. You run
I
over?
dogpile on top.
Oh, I go to the ground.
okay. Riley, you go over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm really sorry. Like, we hadn't fought in a while, and I just, like, reacted, and I think I, like, might have almost gotten you killed, and that was really fucking awesome.
Don't even worry about it. You saved me, all of you. Thank you.
I'm collecting this.
I did not, but I tried.
You did very well.
I'm collecting the spears that I dropped, and I'm just like throwing them to the tentacles to knock it down. And I want to inspect the creature.
It will fall right in Noni's bonfire.
That's fine. I'll drag it off.
Okay. So it falls, and there's this hiss of smoke and flames, and then you just pull it out of the fire. The chamber immediately begins to fill with this just fetid stench of burning flesh.
I'm taking
But
off.
you quickly pull it out of the
I'm
fire.
taking off my gauntlets and taking just like and rolling up my sleeves, taking one of my hand axes and just chopping it, ripping it open, and just kind of like inspecting what it is, smelling in, just like, this isn't something I've seen before. Anybody familiar with this? And I'm just like sawing it,
Alright.
just like checking it out.
Where's
Maybe you should
Aza'Real?
taste it.
I put my hand in and I just like lick my lips.
Where's Aza'Real?
She's not currently within sight.
She was with all of you.
Right, and she disappeared.
I lean up against the wall. I'm going to need 1 hour of rest, please. That was terrible. I think I went unconscious for a brief moment.
You did.
Okay. Well, you all saved me, and I thank you for that.
But now we're lost.
No, we're not. We are in the Underdark.
That narrows it down.
Is there anything in
It's
this
usually not a
room?
good thing.
Perception check.
17.
17. Nothing immediately special strikes your eyes,
Or a drow?
but you do hear footsteps coming
I'm willing to bet this was all a fucking test.
from down the cavern, coming toward you all.
I get ready to cast Ray of Frost.
Aza'Real's pale skin and her swaggered gait appears within the cavern.
Hello, you are late.
Where have you been?
It is dead now.
Watching.
What?
What do you mean watching?
You could have been
Of
helping.
course she was watching. She ran ahead of us.
Oh.
Happy with our performance?
For the most part, yes.
It did not go well.
There are areas of improvement, but did well.
I killed it.
Look, lady, if we're gonna help you save your city, you're gonna help us not die.
That
Agreed.
does seem part of the deal, yes.
But if you're gonna help me usurp the third family, you gotta make sure you're up to par for it.
What difference does it make? This is what you have. You did not get to choose. This is what you have.
Sure. But if you couldn't survive this, it would have been it wouldn't have been worth it to even attempt.
I see.
Let me guess, if we fail, there's more consequences to you and your family.
And probably us, we would die.
Of course.
So
how-
we'll become slaves.
I don't think she cares about that.
Oh, but I do.
So is this yours? I point at it, my arms all bloodied. Was this yours? Was this your idea of a test?
Me
Or was
personally-
just this happy serendipitous?
And she puts her arms, like her hand on her chest in sort of a false sense of alarm. You can see her black painted fingernails and the long wraps with the laces around her forearm. She goes, I don't personally own it, but the drow, yeah, they own it.
Right, but you set it on us.
No, well,
It did what it did on your word, or your people's word. You were in control of it.
No, I led you to it. I did not think it would transport your ally that soon, but it has a mental reach.
That's
so
fair.
to speak.
That's fair. Okay.
I would
That's
appreciate
fair.
it if you did not do that anymore. It is inconvenient.
I will not set another Valhanath on you.
Thank you. Valhanath. Okay, that is what it is called. I stabbed it where I think its eyes are.
It has no eyes.
Oh. Okay, well I still stabbed.
Yeah, I like
Very
lifted,
well done.
lifted up a little bit and like, yeah, I was looking for him. You just see like serrated things. No eyes.
I'm going to need 1 hour of rest, at least.
That is, we can manage that.
Thank you.
She walks over to Aza'Real walks over to Sebastian. She sort of puts her hands on her hips, eyes you up and down. Your hands are deft. Your mind is agile. Here, let me help you. She reaches out and asks for your spell book.
Yeah, you do.
You do. You have
You
one.
have to have a spell book.
I take out my spellbook I forgot I had.
This old thing?
She pulls it out, flips it open to an empty page, pulls out a quill, and just kind of walks away from you and just starts scribbling within it.
I quickly go to retrieve my daggers and hope she's not watching.
You make a stealth check. If you want her to explicitly not know.
Yeah, she walked away from you. It should
We
be
get
on DC.
action surge back after
24.
short rest.
I don't think it's after a short
Yeah, we
rest.
do.
Check.
Okay.
I copied it directly
Yeah.
from the PHP.
Oh, wait, no, hold on.
So,
Short or long rest.
Yep.
So she just walks away and she spends a few minutes writing in your spellbook. After a while, she comes back to you, right as she's about to finish, puts the quill away, closes the book, hands it to you, and as you take it from her grasp, she puts one hand behind your head and brings you in for a kiss. And she's just black lipstick right on your mouth. It's a deep, sensual kiss.
Whoa.
And then the rest of you guys see Aza'Real's hand move like this. And then a black blade appears. And then right where Sebastian's body starts, the blade disappears, and then the blade comes out the other side of Sebastian. And you see Sebastian's eyes open up in pain. Take 2d8 damage. Open up in pain as this black, ethereal, smoky blade is literally coursing through him. And you see his veins, like these black veins, like spider webs, begin to appear on his face. And then they disappear as the blade sort of contracts and withdraws. She lets go of the kiss.
Person.
Can I react and smack her with them all?
Whole person.
Okay. Who's doing what?
I will definitely. She just impaled Sebastian.
Chris
Whole
said
person.
whole person first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold person first, and then I'm smacking her with them all. I get advantage, motherfuckers.
Wisdom save.
Go
What?
for it.
Need a
Wisdom
save
save.
from her.
Did you do anything? Did you say anything after that?
Yeah, I'm gonna
What?
smack her with
I'm
them all.
talking kind of.
That's a
sorry.
17.
I mean, I had something I was going to say,
Oh,
but I
she
don't know
saves.
the order.
Sorry, no, that's way higher than that. That's a 21.
Yeah, she saves.
So, you see Felix begin to cast, but you don't see it taking effect. Agar, you go in with your maul.
I'm just
I
gonna
put my hand, I'm like,
Yeah, I'm like gonna I'm like.
which of the two F's was that?
A little bit of both.
Uh,
Now you know the power of the Shadow Blade, inside and out.
That seemed unnecessary.
You will need it during our raid at the House of Holy.
Sorry.
She taps your book. Study it well.
I will. Please don't do that again.
Shouldn't have to.
I'm gonna get right in her face. Listen, lady. Testing us is one thing, but literally trying to get
Listen,
us...
dwarf. You will speak when spoken to.
No, you will listen to me. These are my friends. And you're not gonna put us in fucking danger. Now, we're happy to help you because we've got a mission to
She
do for
walks
ourselves.
right up to you as you're saying this.
Now, we've got a mission to do, and we're willing
She
to help
gets
you, but
right
you
up
need
in
to
your face.
fucking work with us as well. And I'm not be having you damage us all the fucking time. I'm gonna get right in her face too.
She licks your nose.
I headbutt her.
You headbutt her? Make a attack roll.
Shit. 16.
Misses. You go to headbutt her. She ducks out of the way, grabs you by your beard.
Oh!
Do you really want to do this? It pushes you back.
Oh god, she is
I-
distasteful.
I wipe the blood
unpleasant.
off my hands and be like, okay, alright.
More importantly,
If your ally is going to wield that weapon, he needs to know it inside and out. And now that he does, he will know the power that he wields.
I maul that over
Won't
my
you,
head.
Sebastian?
God, I hope so.
I'm mullet over my head like, yeah, I can
Now.
understand that.
The first part wasn't too bad. The stabby part was kind of rough.
Take your rest and you'll be fine.
Thank you. Did you all hear how I was doing the talking of trash? It was quite good, wasn't it?
It was very good,
What did you
mate.
say?
We're so
You
proud.
didn't hear me when I stabbed him. I said I will make you unconscious now.
Oh,
It is
yeah.
That was-
classic.
that
I
was
heard
well
the
done.
part when you coughed the blood. Actually, I was standing right there.
Yes, I appreciate the camaraderie of coming up next to me like that.
Well, to be honest, I wasn't trying to.
That is fair, I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
But I still appreciated it. You know, it's better vantage point, honestly, if not so constraining.
We'll make you an honorary bard yet.
Oh, thank you.
I'm so.
Oh, and he's gonna triple multi-class.
Do it!
No, I have the charisma for it, but no.
Is this a safe place to rest, or should we move somewhere else?
The danger is dead. I killed it.
We'll be fine for now. However, there is some things we should do. And she reaches into her small pouch and
Oh no.
she begins pulling out like helmets and a few like small hammers and pickaxes and stuff like that, and starts throwing the weapons within the battle scene and the carnage.
You want us to dig?
No.
What is this?
Distraction.
What? To who?
To anybody who might be following us.
To the drow that will come and find their own Alhana dead.
Oh. Well, this belongs to one of the families then.
Yes.
Okay.
And you're making it look like Duragar did it.
Almost. Vintel dwarves.
Ah.
But
Close.
what if they see him and then they're like, oh shit, Ventel Dwarf killed our behemoth, whatever you call it.
Well, we should be gone by.
Well, we should just stay out of sight. I can't imagine they'll be here anytime soon.
Yeah, but eventually we're going into the city and then like he's gonna be there with us.
We're going to the city of Drow. That is not Vintel.
Oh, you think that after they find the things, they will go to Vintel, exacting revenge?
I mean, if they care enough about their guardian.
More importantly, they're not going to suspect a usurping lower class. Pardon my.
See, I knew I gave you the Shadow Blade for a reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Now.
I am feeling better.
Take your rest, and upon the hour, we will leave. We will continue our journey into the Underdark. And with that, we're going to take our break.
I used all my hit die.
So, if you're around with us in the chat, please give us a vote. Let us know who will get the legendary die. It can be Oni, it can be Riley, it can be Sebastian, it can be Yagar, it can be Felix,
Could be Aquila.
or it can be me. So, go ahead and choose, and we'll be back in 10 minutes to continue the second half of Legends Die.
I knew I wasn't gonna die.
And we're back.
Hey.
And audible.
Yes.
Yay!
So,
Future sponsor.
how did the chat feel about the legendary die?
The chat felt that Felix Venuste deserved it the most.
And who voted for Felix Venuste?
Just the one beastly muffins.
Alright.
I call nepotism.
No,
We'll take it.
Did you
no
mean
preference
bias?
there.
Well,
Yes, either way.
perhaps the person that needed it most got it.
Yeah.
I do need it.
So congratulations,
I
you
think
have a
Agar should have
D20.
taken it.
If you were here with us in person, I'd give you one of my metal dice to roll because it feels so good.
I have many metal dice.
Then use it as your legendary die.
You know, when needed. Don't waste it.
Yeah, and you get to add...
Whatever the next roll is, it's got this.
Did you just roll metal?
It was a D4.
Oh, so it sounded very plastic.
Yeah, it did
Yeah.
sound very plasticky.
It's a very light dwarven D4.
Very cool, though.
Ooh, the focus.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
All right.
okay. We got it earlier.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's fine.
So, during the first half of the session, our crew contended with the disappearance of Oni and the appearance of a giant creature attacking Oni.
Yes.
A giant squid-like creature that hung from the ceiling, tentacles wrapping around its victims, teleporting from one side of the cavern to another, warping the reality around it. But as you guys defeated the creature, the reality of the Underdark set back in with this oppressive sense of closure as the weight of being underground, largely in the dark, begins to weigh in on all of you that don't have dwarven blood running through you.
Or elven blood.
I can't imagine Sebastian spent much time underground.
That's true. I was thinking of the dark vision.
So,
They summon you, my back.
I'm still claustrophobic.
Fair enough. I feel perfectly at home.
you guys are just hanging out, recovering from your short rest, bandaging up your wounds, cleaning off your weapons, and just overall regrouping. Eventually, time comes to pass. You pick up your stuff, and Aza'Real begins to lead you out the way you came in. Back, tracing back over the path that you had taken to find Oni.
I was dissecting the creature a little bit during our rest.
Okay, give me a survival roll.
Oh, I was just like studying it, but sure. Survival 16.
16. Hold on to that for 1 second. Give me an intelligence roll.
Nature or
Just history, specifically.
History. 8.
8.
Not a great roll.
Not a great roll. 16. You managed to salvage some of its teeth and a couple of its tentacles if you want it.
Nah, I was just like studying the anatomy and stuff like that.
Okay. As you're studying the anatomy,
Specifically, I wanted to know how the spikes jutted out of its tentacles.
God damn it.
as you kind of take your blade and cut into it, revealing what's underneath the skin, as you do so, there's a very soft, almost like smoke from a fire, but it's like black smoke as you cut into it, revealing. And you see this small. It's almost like the branch of a rose with thorns, and you see muscles that kind of just like tense up and push them out.
Okay,
So you understand the mechanism of how it did it.
that's what I wanted to do.
Mhm.
Thank you.
And there's just small wisps of black smoke as you
Exactly what I wanted.
cut into it.
As I see him like dissecting and like taking parts apart,
Yeah.
If he puts any parts like in his pockets, like that he's going to take with him, I'm going to shoot a quick message to Agar.
Do you take anything with you, or are you just kind of studying it?
I might take one of those spikes in it with the tendons, just to kind of look it over and write in my
Study it.
notebooks a little bit
Okay.
when we rest longer. If I feel like I didn't,
Okay.
because my intelligence check wasn't good enough, so I'll
Okay.
take it to study it later.
So if I see him like pocketing that,
Yeah.
I will just shoot him a message privately and say like, "Hey, she kind of pointed out that people were going to be super pissed that this thing's dead. It might be good not to have evidence that we killed it."
Fair enough. Noted. I still pocket it.
Okay.
I grumble and walk away.
The grumbly halfling walks away, and you all leave as a unit from the cavern, making your way back down the caverns, the tunnels, to a fork in the road, and now you go the opposite way.
Can we talk as we walk?
Yeah, of course.
Felix, that was
Yeah.
an interesting arrow you shot.
Yes.
I've actually never seen you use a bow. I didn't even know you had one. What was that?
That was. I've been hiding that pretty well, but I figured, cat's out of the bag.
Wait, he did what now?
He showed.
Oh yeah. I feel like you guys have all seen it at some point. I do a good job hiding.
You just maybe didn't realize the source of it, or like were too distracted within battle. It happened during the Shambling Mountain fight.
Mm-hmm.
And in the Rainier house.
Yeah.
And like once or twice before that. I don't know. It just kind of started happening, and can't really turn it off. I was able to turn it off like once or twice, but
So
What?
it is not a magic item.
no, it just kind of happens, and I'm not real sure what it is.
What? What?
Yeah, I didn't see anything. What exactly happened?
Arrow, fire, black.
Here, and I'll take out my bow and take a shot at the corpse.
Okay.
14,
As
20.
his arrow flies through the air, it whistles a little bit, but about halfway there, as if it was picking up momentum, you see this black flame first begin small, and then by the end, it engulfs the entire arrow, and then hits the corpse with a sickening splat. And then you can see the black fire kind of spread out.
Does it look necrotic? Do I know that?
Give me an Arcana check.
I want to take the arrow out of the corpse and like look at the tip.
7. Looks like black fire.
What's that do?
Tip of the arrow's normal.
So it's not an magic item that you have. It is not magic arrow.
Not to my knowledge, I genuinely don't know.
Maybe it's
Just
a
kinda
gift.
started happening.
Maybe it's a gift from his employer.
Hey, I have a question. Because you said you were worried what happens when you die. Like, when you die, do you think that, like, thing comes? Because then we would be in trouble. If we were there.
No, you'll be fine.
I guess I better not die.
That's right.
It's a good general plan.
Yes.
Yeah.
But only just almost died.
Oh, I wasn't going to die. You were all on your way.
I get the impression that Felix is one of those we'll cross that bridge when it burns down kind of guys.
You can't cross a bridge that is burned down. It is not there anymore.
No,
Cross the bridge while it's burning.
That is just bad business. Don't do that. Don't burn the bridge. Just cross. If you have to burn the bridge, burn after you cross.
You're not supposed to burn bridges, Oni.
I agree. I said if you have to.
It's a metaphor.
we're all moving forward. Like we're walking.
Okay, what does burn bridge mean?
Like, if you have a friend,
Yes.
and that friend is at bridge, and they're on,
Okay.
well, no, like, they're on the other side, and
Remember
it
how you
burns the
guys
bridge,
used
and
to
then
be
you
welcome
can't
at the
get
Batons,
back
and
to
now you're
them.
not?
I don't know what it means.
Like
We
that.
burnt that bridge with the Batons. We're no longer welcome. We've broken the connection.
Oh, so burning bridge means no longer welcome.
Sure.
Close enough.
Okay, now we both learned something. Don't burn our bridge. We are good, right?
Okay, bridge.
Yes.
No, we have, like, I don't know, what's better than a
It
bridge?
is like magic bridge. It cannot burn.
It's like a whole planet of bridges.
A bridge made of ice. In like the Arctic. We are good.
There's an art.
Do I have a visible scar from whatever just happened to me?
No, it seems that the damage that the weapon did to you was more internal than external.
Does he got black lips?
He's got black lipstick.
Presumably I wiped it off.
Little help from Riley.
What's it like? It's like oily?
As you do that, Aza'Real looks over at you, bats her eyes. You can see the dark eyeshadow. Would you like some?
Not good.
You're good.
I think she likes you.
Riley, let's chat. She pulls you to the front of the group as you guys continue walking.
Taking up the rear. That's pretty huge.
Stick with Oni.
I'll go in the middle.
Smart.
Oni, you have one halfling to your right and a small reddish orangish scaled kobold to your left, kind of framing you.
Whoa. Okay.
Arquilla like reaches up for your hand, like holding onto your dragon pinky.
Yeah, that's cool. That's it.
So Riley, Aza'Real brings you to the front. It's a bit of distance between you and the others, about 20 feet. So
I'm looking through you guys' eyes.
I've noticed that you seem to be a bit attached to these men.
What do you mean attached?
I mean, I wouldn't invest too much effort or care in them.
You kissed them, not me.
Sure, use them, but don't care for them.
But Oni's a dragonborn.
Yes, and if he dies, it strikes me that it would hurt you greatly.
Yeah.
He's a male dragonborn. No better.
Look, I've already almost been fucked over by some bitch with an unusual affinity for elves, and I'd appreciate it not happening again.
I have no ill will towards you.
You just, whatever, what is that thing called? Blasphemy?
Valhanneth.
Yeah, that. So, that almost killed us because of you.
No, it only almost killed the weakest of you. The rest of you were fine.
Okay, he's not the weakest. Have you seen, like, this super short halfling?
Can we hear this?
Unfortunately, I have.
I take 5 points psychic damage.
I think you are, actually.
Why did you kiss Sebastian? And then stab him? That's really weird in my book.
Maybe it's time your book expanded.
It doesn't even include kissing.
Does it have smut?
What?
Smut.
Yes.
Describe a scene.
Ooh.
Tell me your favorite, most salacious scene.
Why am I not being talked to?
Well, do I know what salacious means?
Does Riley?
She has an intelligence
Yeah,
of 9.
probably. Well, there was this one scene, and this lady was in a bathtub, and she was naked, and then she slipped and fell, and I heard her scream, so then I ran in there, and
You're in the story?
yeah.
Continue.
And then I cast Cure Wounds on her, and then her head stopped bleeding, and then she kept bathing, and she was naked.
How did that make you feel?
Like, I was happy because she didn't die.
What happened next?
That's the end of the story.
Oh, Riley.
What?
Heavy sigh.
You'll understand soon enough. Once we get to Raknia.
Yes.
Okay, where?
Raknia.
Cocknea?
Raknia.
Ah!
Precisely. Yes.
I'm going to roll those L's like I did earlier.
City of Drow. Word of advice, do what you want. It's my opinion. And she begins to, like, step forward faster.
Word of advice, don't stab anyone else. Confusing woman.
I like her, but I also don't like her.
Same.
You or Oni?
Both.
Both.
No, Oni just doesn't like her.
Agar does like her, not like her.
I feel like all the players like her. The characters just don't.
Is that similar to Melzana or different?
No, I think we all liked her.
Really? Because all your characters hated her. Except Felix.
We already told you we liked
Felix
her.
liked her.
Agar never got to form an opinion about her.
I told you I loved that player, and I'm very sad that she died.
I'm worried
Player
Azrael's
character.
going to kill me in my sleep. And I also don't know why.
I'm worried I'm going to mouth off to the wrong person in this city and I'm going to die.
Sebastian, you're male. You wouldn't understand. You guys continue traveling.
You know, if she acts like this with us, what will it be like when we actually make it to the city?
Oh god. How many people will try to stab me?
Probably a lot, right?
there something on my face that makes them want to stab me, Agar?
No, it's probably what comes out your mouth.
Fair enough.
Yes, that has happened.
You guys continue traveling through the corridors, and it's mostly dark except for the light that radiates off Riley's fun buns, casting a dim aura around you guys, illuminating some of you more than others, leaving those of you in the far front and those of you in the far back silhouetted, leaving the rest of you in this campfire-like glow of dancing shadows. You continue walking through the caverns, and
I'm going to start playing just a pleasant melody. Just to have counter charm going, just in case.
okay, just for the hell of it, give me a performance check.
Are you raising your hand, Mark?
I am.
Okay.
I'll get to you.
Yeah.
26.
26.
So
Stick with the
counter
stack.
charmed, I'm charmed.
Perhaps it's the tension of the previous scene, or perhaps it's the cumulative stress that's been building within you all. But Felix's pan flute strikes a chord within you all.
Begrudgingly.
I've always loved music. He's nice.
I'm very fond of music.
Gar?
Since we left the fight, and I've been walking in the back, I've just been taking the chalk and kind of like marking some X's on the cave walls. Just like marking a thing. I'm not trying to be secretive about it, but I'm not like being like, hey, I'm marking a truck, guys.
Okay.
So
It's not public knowledge, but if someone turns around, they'll see you.
yeah, exactly.
Okay. Fair enough. Good to note. You guys continue through the caverns, and eventually, for the first time, you see light up ahead. And it's a dull greenish glow. You guys begin to round a corner. The light gets brighter and brighter. It's not full on daylight, but it definitely increases in intensity. And you guys round the corner, and you see that this cavern, this tunnel continues and opens up into a much wider space. And you see that the floor drops off just after the opening, just a bit past the opening. You can see the far wall of the cavern, and green light is shimmering a bit. And you can tell by the way the light is moving, this is very similar to like seeing a pool at night, kind of lit underneath. You can kind of see the gleam. In addition to the green glow, there's also hues of purple and blue and pink, kind of radiating the edges like a crown around this. But the prominent light in this cavern is green. And you walk out to the edge of this cavern. And as it opens up, you see beneath you a large lake, teal green in color, gently lapping against slightly sandy shores. On the periphery of this lake are different size, different shape, different colored caps of mushrooms that form a small forest that frames the lake in two crescents. On the opposite side of the lake, you can see a singular opening that leads down a different path. And as you guys are standing there admiring this scene, admiring the glow of the water, you are struck suddenly by 3 entities and a 4th slowly thereafter falling from the ceiling above you. I need you all to make a dexterity saving throw.
God damn it. I'm rolling that shit today. Oh wait, I have a thing for this. Where is it? Well, either way.
I was in the back. I don't know if that's relevant.
Do you want to? I can swap you for the back if you prefer.
Yeah, put me in the back.
Okay.
Please and thank you.
Yeah, I would have been closer towards the front. Yeah.
I'll swap you like that. Felix was generally near Oni.
Yeah.
So was Arquillo.
Yep.
We'll put you in.
There we go. Perfect.
Okay. Dexterity saving throws?
Mm-hmm. 7. Sorry, 7.
7.
7.
13.
13.
12.
13.
Wow.
We all fail.
You all take
Oh, great.
7 points of bludgeoning damage, except for Sebastian. You see these rocks falling towards you, and at the last second, you push off one ankle. You manage to evade, taking half the damage.
They both got 13. Yeah.
He also got 13.
Felix did as well.
But
Oh, okay,
the
gotcha.
this is only happening for Sebastian because he's learning evasion.
I'm learning.
Yeah.
And getting hit by rocks.
Yeah.
So you take half damage.
Yeah, I do.
He takes half damage. You take full,
No.
but
I got heavy. What?
that's your own thing. You take half damage for other reasons.
For other reasons entirely.
Cool.
Would it be 4 or 7? Or 4 or 3?
3.
Round down.
3 round down. Okay.
Always run down.
And
unless
now-
otherwise.
I need you all to roll for initiative.
Okay, let's do this. Oh, that's
Finally.
okay, I guess.
A roll that's actually usable.
Because my initiative sucks so much today.
71 plus 3, 67.
You used it really good.
Initiative is the best thing you're all to me.
Guess I can get rid of these legendary actions.
Yay!
Hopefully.
That's nice to know.
Do you have
Okay,
inspiration?
2025.
I got a 23.
Sebastian.
You have the legendary die, Felix.
I'm not going to waste my initiative, though.
I don't know.
Wise.
Okay, 15, 20.
15.
Anybody else? Okay. Oh shit.
That's not good.
Yeah, it sounds like the bulk is gonna happen after the guard. 13.
13 and 4 and Felix.
I roll 6.
So it's Oni.
Felix and Brian.
Now I can heal everyone after they take their damage.
Yay!
Shit, I don't know what's
Okay. So this first creature
Okay, you
falls from the ceiling, and you see a familiar sight as this large, burly creature who, with an extended neck that ends in this vulture-like head with 2 beaks, leers out towards you, and it has these arms, these limbs that protrude outward, and where there are hands, there are these long, bone-like and bumpy and jagged structures. As you see the hook horrors that you managed to evade earlier drop beneath you, and Sebastian, you got the drop on them.
I guess.
Sticking with Gray.
Am I within? I'm gonna try. Am I within melee range of that one?
You can move 5 feet to be within melee.
All right, let's do it. I will draw my short sword
Okay.
and
I will attempt to attack it.
Okay.
Attempt so. No, that's in certain majors.
That is a 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
That is 9 damage.
Okay. 9 damage to it. As you take your dagger and you slice right across its belly, you can see part of its fur separates and it begins to bleed.
I will bonus action disengage,
Okay.
and I will back up towards. Who's yellow?
Yellow is
Riley.
If you mean orange, it's a guard.
Yellow. I will back up towards.
How much are you
Riley?
moving?
Just literally be right next to her.
Right there?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Okay. This one is now going to move in towards Oni,
Yes.
the nearest in sight,
Yes, I am.
and is going to make 2 swipes against you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so the first one is a 18 to hit.
Okay.
Second one's a 25.
I will take both hits.
Cutting words, the 18.
Okay. As long as it's 2 or more, I will not get hit by it.
There's a small chance.
Jinxies.
It is a 4.
Yay!
Okay, so the first one misses you as Felix reacts quickly, managing to distract it for a second, but the second one does make contact with you as this large bony hook comes across you. It hits you right in the shoulder, kind of drags you down to the floor for a second. You fall down on one knee, then pull out your sword, rising back up as you take 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Piercing damage.
Is Aza'Real fighting with us?
Oh, yeah. Aza'Real.
Just walks away.
I'm just gonna put her last in the initiative
That's right.
for practical sake. Okay.
Just too smug.
Now this guy's gonna come up, and having attacked it, it's gonna come right after you. It's gonna make 2 attacks. It comes at you, and as it's coming at you, it's dragging its 2 bony limbs across the floor, and you can hear this clatter like as it's dragging, and it brings them up and makes kind of an X swipe at you.
That's stylish.
That's an 11, and that's a 14.
Both miss.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, 15.
Both miss.
Yeah. Okay.
What's your AC?
16.
It swipes at you, but you duck out of the way, and there's just a swoosh of air as it goes above you. It roars a little bit in frustration.
I can
as
feel
you
my
having-
overconfidence rising.
as you having to evade it. Agar, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna step to the one closest to me.
This one?
Yep. Drop my maul, become re-familiar with the weight, and just be like, "Ha! Bear time." And that's a 12 to hit.
Misses.
I'm gonna sigh. Sorry about that. Extra attack.
You take 1 slam into the ground. It jumps out of the way, and you can see part of the ground kind of crack from Agar's hammer.
Second attack, 19.
Hits.
And that is going to be... Oh, I get to reroll 1s, and I get to reroll 2s. That is 8 plus 5 is 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage. Nice.
Very nice.
As you manage to make contact with this one, you hit it right in its shoulder, and you can feel it like dislocate, and then it kind of like pops it back in, and there's this resounding pop.
I got a big one.
Echoes in the cavern. As we now go to this one, who's coming towards you, Felix. And you can see that these 2 long... It's almost like the end of a hockey stick, but it's like bony and jagged. This one has one that's longer than the other. The other one's been cracked in half. So it's got one intact one and one cracked one, and it's going to take 2 swipes at you.
Regretting using.
That's 22
Totally misses.
and a 9.
Second one missed.
So you take 8 points of damage.
That's a large portion of my health.
As it misses you with the intact one, but then it swipes across you with the jagged one, and the jagged one tears across your green silk shirt. And as it tears, you can see Felix's skin exposed for a split second before the shirt immediately stitches itself back up in a second.
The shirt.
That's so cool.
Is it soaked with blood?
doesn't soak.
If it were, it would be like wicking it away, kind of underneath. You wouldn't be able to tell.
No, that's cool.
Oni, you are up.
Is there room for me to like move around the one that's next to me towards Arquillo? Like in between Arquillo and the creature itself?
Oh, you want to like put yourself as a wall, like a barrier?
No, I actually just want to move around.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
Cool.
Just to the other side.
No, not the other side, but like next to Arquillo and the creature. Yeah, there.
Okay.
And I will second level Burning Hands so that it doesn't hit Felix.
Okay.
Dex save, please. DC 14 for both of them.
Fails. And fails.
Dope.
Are you trying to line this up in a line? Is that what you're doing?
Not a line, it's a cone.
Oh, I see. I got
Yeah.
you. Okay. You're good.
Cool. Yay!
Holy shit.
Right? 22 points of fire damage
Jesus.
for both of them because they failed, bitches.
That's a lot of damage.
It
and
is,
then-
and it ain't over yet because I recovered action surge because of short resting, and I will take 2 swings on motherfucker in front of me.
Okay.
So let's hope I don't miss.
So you're using your action surge.
I'm using my action surge.
Okay.
First hit
Felix,
misses.
you're on deck after the enemy.
2 2s in a row. So I miss all around with the
Yahtzee.
swords.
You do miss, but
Yahtzee again, yeah.
With the twos.
Yep.
but you can feel them writhing in pain, trying to pat themselves out of the fire with their bony. What? What happened?
This is just funny imagery.
Really?
Clackety, 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 clackety,
Yeah.
Pretty much.
clackety.
And it echoes within this cavern.
Yep.
They're not ready for this.
That's not good.
Agar, the one you attacked, is going to make attacks against you.
Bring it, motherfucker.
Out of second level spells.
Ooh, that's 2 24s.
Yeah, okay, that will fit.
Do these things have eyes?
Yes, very
Perception.
small ones.
Perception check.
And it's like a nat 20, but it's missing a 0.
Oh, wait, I don't take half
So
damage.
2?
I take -3.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You take 25 points of damage. It is all piercing damage.
Okay, -6.
So it swipes across you,
Oh, right, too.
cutting part of your bicep, and then harmlessly scratching across the rest of your armor. But you do start bleeding from that
Motherfucker.
damage. Felix, then Riley.
I can't tell if it has eyes or not, so I can't risk a blindness. Whole person, it won't work, so I will dissonant whisper the one in front of me.
Wisdom save?
Yeah.
It fails.
Yay! It's 3d6 and it runs. Yes, it's a 6. And a 5. And a 2, yeah.
You get an attack of opportunity.
13 points of damage and it runs.
You get an attack of opportunity.
I am not taking it.
Okay. He wants his reaction.
Yeah, I'm saving my reaction for cutting words.
Smart.
Alright.
And I am also, I'm gonna run and like nuzzle myself there between like Arquillo and Sebastian.
Knocking Arquillo over in the process.
Yes. And I will inspire Odie. No, I'm trying to get back into Agar's good graces.
Okay.
I will inspire Agar like, Agar, everything here has 2 mouths, so all the more shit for you to punch.
That does
yes.
put me in a good mood.
Yeah.
As you dissonant whisper it, you can see it start to almost like it's batting invisible bats as it reaches backwards to the edge of the cliff. But then it regains its senses once it reaches the edge. Riley, you're up.
Am I within melee range of the one I'm next to?
Pretty much, yeah.
I was wondering if I would take an attack of opportunity if I moved.
Yeah, you would.
Okay, and then am I within 30 feet of the one that's farthest away?
Agar or this one?
That one.
It's 35.
Okay. I would like to move 5 feet toward Oni and use Warding Flare if he's gonna attack me.
Okay. He'll take a swipe at you.
Okay,
Yeah.
warding flare. No, that's a reaction.
So disadvantage attack.
Yeah, misses.
Okay,
That's a
cool.
2.
And then
As it's blinded by this light, harmlessly.
sorry guys, I listened to Oldie Station. I came up with this. So then I look at Arquillo, give him the stern eye, and temporary hit points. Arquillo is a kobold. He is a good friend of mine. When we go into battle and it gets real rough, I give him temporary hit points. Which he only got 1. Which is very appropriate.
Yep.
You hear Aquila go, whoa!
And then, for my action,
Okay.
I will use Radiance of the Dawn, which everyone has to make a
Everyone.
Constitution save, all enemies,
Oh.
within 30 feet of me.
So
that's everybody.
Everyone except this one.
Well, no, I wanted to get
she-
within 30
she
feet of me.
wanted-
Oh,
to move
okay,
it.
yes. Then yes.
Okay.
Cool.
Con save,
Clever.
Con save.
14.
Succeeds. Fails. Succeeds. Fails. 2 successes, 1 fail.
10 points of radiant damage to those that failed, and 5 points to those that succeeded.
Very nice. What was that? Radiance of the Dawn? Oh, that's your channel divinity. Very nice.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right.
Good turn. Good turn.
Just blasts of holy radiant light engulfing the enemies in their magical aura. And Aza'Real is going to move from the back. Okay. She's going to pull out the sword that she had, a very sort of thin but curved scimitar with dark ebony engravings within it. She's going to come up to this one right here. And she's going to make 2 attacks. That's a 19 and an 18. Oh, will hit. Oh, she does a fuck ton of damage.
It's quite good.
Jesus.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
She's got a crazy sneak attack.
6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20, 22, 25 points of damage to
It's not just the D6s for sneak attack. It could be her weapon does D6.
this one. And then as she does the sneak attack, she takes her blade, and as she swings it, it turns into, it's engulfed by this black, smoky flame, similar to what passed through Sebastian, but a little different. And then after she's done swinging, there's this black orb that kind of just emanates and hangs right behind the creature, as if these black tendrils had flown off her blade, attacking the creature, and then they collapse into a ball right next to it. And that's her turn. As we go back up to the top, Sebastian.
Okay. I will attempt to attack the one in front of me.
Okay.
Fuck it up. You get sneak attack.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Nice.
28.
No hit.
Sorry, 26, but sure.
Still good.
Is my sneak attack plus 3d6?
Take your pick.
Plus the D4 from your dagger.
I'm using the short sword, so
So it's 46 plus.
Not a finesse one?
Yeah, it is.
It is? Okay.
Yeah.
Or sorry, a light one.
It is.
Go on, but I will take a look at something.
It's both.
18 plus 4 is 22.
22 points of damage. So you see it writhing in pain from the damage that Aza'Real had did, and you take a moment, and you take your blade, and you shove it right into its armpits as it's flailing, hitting an artery, and you can see it taking a lot of damage, and it shrieks in pain, and that shriek echoes within this cavern.
Oh, shit.
Can I
It's
off-
still standing,
hand
but it looks
attack it?
clear. Yes.
Bonus action offhand.
Yeah.
Nope.
yeah, that's like a 9.
Misses. it's writhing in pain, and you go to attack it, but it manages to accidentally deflect your offhand attack. As we now go to this guy. He's gonna make an attack against Arquillo. Seeing him.
What?
Oh, he's supposed to run and fight.
He goes to attack, and Riley, this sense of dread and guilt swells up within you, and instinctually, you get one free use of Warding Flare if you want to use it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as it makes its first attack, you feeling so bad about what happened to Oni previously that you channel those emotions, and by sheer force of will, you take this Warding Flare that's supposed to be for you, you transfer it over to Arquillo.
His AC is 12.
And it misses with a natural 3.
Oh!
So it comes down, and Arquillo shrieks in horror and just scared. Ah! But the hooks just miss blindly.
Run, hide, fight!
What's my initiative?
I'll roll for you. Ooh, quite good. 15.
Alright, he's after a guard.
Also, don't do that. It's now run, fight, hide, apparently.
Run, fight, hide. Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Okay.
Sweet.
That was its turn. Alright. Number 2 is going to attack Aza'Real because she fucked up pretty good.
I did too, actually. 25 and
You
22.
did the last.
Yeah.
You did the
Yeah.
more damage.
But she made him blobby.
That's gonna hit, and
These guys are
they're
pretty
both gonna
hardy.
hit.
That's got a lot of help.
Yeah.
I had already done 9 to him as well.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they can take a
That's
hit. They're fucked up.
Beefy.
They're
That's
beefy, bony boys.
4. Aza'Real. Okay, as we go now to it backhands her with 1. She tries to deflect it, but its strength is too much, and she ends up hitting herself right in the chest. And then it manages to swipe right across her abdomen. You can see that it swipes away some of the clothing that was there, exposing some of her purplish pink pale skin, and you can see a wound beginning to swell and bleed. Agar, followed by Arquillo.
I'm going to. Yeah, I'm just going to attack the guy that's in front of me.
Go for it.
I'm going to use my Bardic Inspiration. Thank you, Felix.
Ooh.
So that is 7 plus 8 is 15 to hit.
Hits.
Yeah.
Yes!
Alright.
With my maul. My maul. Yes! And that is 8 plus 5 is 13 points of damage.
Nice.
Just going to whack it, and then I'm going to whack it in the exact same spot.
Okay.
Aiming for, I guess, the chest. Again, 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that is 15 points of damage.
15 points of damage.
Now fuck off!
You take 2 swipes at it with your maul, making contact, causing it to, you sort of pin it against the wall as you one attack, then you take a second one right at it. It splays against the wall. There's a resounding echo as its arms and limbs just clatter against the wall. But then it kind of brings its hooks back in. It leans up in your face.
Silent in its face.
And there's just this vulture-like beak attached to a gorilla-like body that's framed with dinosaur-like things, hockey hooks. And it's just this... Okay, hello.
You guys need a room.
Right?
I have this manic smile on my face, just like adrenaline coursing through me.
Sebastian
It's
is
been so
afraid of
long.
all of his allies.
Arquillo's gonna run.
I'm kind of normal.
He's gonna take... Arquillo runs
Wait.
away,
Good.
but he takes an attack of opportunity.
Oh, disengage, buddy.
That's a 21.
Okay, that'll hit.
Why didn't you disengage?
Does
Where's
Arquillo
action?
know disengage?
It's an action.
Yeah, I mean...
Universal action.
It wasn't one of his run,
That's fine.
fight,
Okay.
hide options.
Alright. Disengage, run, fight, hide. It was too long for
No,
this.
that's fine. That's fair. It's a universal action.
Okay.
He pulls his dragon claws above his head, and his little red feet just begin to run away, skittering into the darkness. He disappears
Very good,
into
Arquillo.
the
Not
darkness.
too far.
As we now go to
Stay where I can see you.
Yeah.
this guy begins to bring it in.
Bring it,
to
motherfucker.
Agar. Make 2 attacks against you.
Yeah.
That's a 24 and a 22.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Yeah, they hit.
That is 10 points of damage on the first, and another 10 on the second.
Cool. -6.
Thank you.
So it comes up, it's dragging its hooks along the ground, and then it just backhands you with both of them. You are too distracted, yelling at the other one. It just hits you in the back of the head. You headbutt the other one.
Yes!
And there's this awkward sandwich of hook horror, agar, hook horror.
Not the threesomes I'm used to.
Oni.
Okay. I really should have thought of this a little bit more. I will use... Oh, I'm looking at Willow's character sheet. There we go.
Half health.
I will cast Create Bonfire under the one in front of me.
One less.
It's a Dex save, DC 14.
Okay.
Yep.
Succeeds.
God damn it.
So it jumps out of the way as this bonfire appears anyway, correct?
It does appear, but it doesn't take damage.
Correct. So that was the one right in front of you?
Yeah, the one right in front of me.
Cool.
And if it ends its turn on the bonfire, it will take... Yeah. I guess it would have to do another Dex save. See if it takes damage.
Right there. Anything else? You have multi-attack, although you can.
I just used a spell, so
Gotcha.
or cantrip rather, so I can't do that.
Okay. The crouching one that's pinned up against the wall is just gonna like bite at you with its beak.
Yeah, bring it.
That's a 19
Hits.
and a 10.
Does not hit.
You take.
Wait, cutting words, that 19.
Are you aware that this is happening to me?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
right there.
He
Okay.
inspired you earlier.
Alright, you just seemed distracted by the other thing, but sure.
He inspired
fine.
you earlier, so he's keeping an eye out.
-7.
Misses. It's not so much that you distract the hook horror, it's that you distract Agar and his head turns out of the way and the hook horror bites into the other one. They're both screeching at each other. You can see their vulture beaks just snapping at one another in frustration.
I love it.
Felix, it's your turn.
Very nice.
Pull out my short bow and I will take the one that Gar has pinned up is pretty weak, right?
I'd imagine that the
it
one
looks
that Felix.
pretty weak, but it's not the weakest looking.
I wanted Agar to see me helping.
Go for it.
I will be impressed if
Use
it
luck.
whizzes past me and doesn't hit me.
Okay, it's 18 to hit.
Hits.
And that is sneak attack. So 5, 6, 5 is 11, plus 3 is 14 damage.
14
Jesus. Nice.
damage.
Oh, yeah,
Nice. So this arrow whizzes right by Agar's ribs. It hits the other one right in its ribs, and as it whizzes by you, you see there's a burst of black flame that flicks around it, and it shrieks in horror and begins to it takes one of its hooks and just snaps the arrow so that it's half of it's protruding.
Cool.
Out of it. Anything else, Felix? Riley, you're on deck.
I will inspire Riley because I haven't inspired her lately.
Okay.
Right now.
Do you want to think of something, or
I am trying. Something about these things are underground and moly, so you can kill them because you're holy.
Oh,
I love it.
Doesn't work. No, I'm just kidding.
That's
Totally works.
I approve.
That was
Can
well
I?
done.
Yeah.
Thank you. Can I run between Oni and Felix without getting anyone's melee range?
correct?
Alright, I want to run 30 feet between them, so I'm in the middle of everyone.
Okay.
Ish, right there. Okay, and I want to look at Aza'Real. I want to jam my thumb on my mace and start casting Bane, even though I don't need the material component. And then hope she sees me, lick it, real cool. And then cast Bane on the 3 that look the hardiest.
The 3 that look the hardiest. And what kind of save is this?
Charisma. which I'm sure these lobsters have for days.
Lobsters is probably not a bad.
They have a
description.
-2.
Did Aza'Real see me?
We'll find out. Fails. 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 All three
Awesome.
fail.
Burn, bitches!
It's fucking dope.
And then I will look at Oni.
Yes. I give her a thumbs up.
Oni, baboni, banana fan baboni. Don't die and cast temporary hit points on him.
Oni,
5. You
Ooh.
get 5 temp HP.
thank you.
She called you a phony.
Boom. He's like Bitman.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
That was a heck of
Okay.
a turn.
So
Yeah.
you take your thumb, you lick it, you run it across your mace, you cast Bane, and you see this almost like a dark helmet engulf each of them in the face, and then sort of contract as if it was contracting into their brain. You see them all like kind of in a daze, and you look over. Aza'Real gives you a wink, and then shoves her scimitar
Yeah,
into
oh,
this
she's
one.
so hot.
Yes, she is.
Said Kelsey.
Drowsar.
That's a 17 to hit.
Fuck yeah.
She does.
Oh my god.
Right?
Just wait.
There's more.
12.
Billy Mays over here with the damage.
Right? Yeah.
Set it and forget it.
Yep.
She does 27 points of damage
Holy
on her first strike. And then she takes that black orb and with her hand kind of summons it into the creature.
Crap, don't piss this lady off.
Right?
Does another 10, 15, 16, 22, 23, 24. So 25 and 24, was that it?
27 and 24.
27 and 24,
Yeah.
so 50, 61.
51.
Oh.
51.
I mean 61 if
61.
you want.
60.
50.
No, it is.
No, it's 51.
It's
50.
40
Okay,
and then
okay.
74.
Yes. 51 points of damage.
But like
This
you
thing
think
is annihilated.
Obliterated, man. That's
Yeah.
insane.
Hardcore.
And she
Oh
looks
my
back
God.
at you. Gives you another wink.
Holy
I give her a thumb up with my bloody thumb.
That's how it's done. Solidarity.
Yeah.
She takes her blade and she just like wipes the blood across her neck.
Oh my god.
It does not sound safe
Sebastian, you're up.
or sanitary.
Right?
You were licking and eating Knowles
I ate
Felix
nothing.
Abalhanith,
I ate
who's from the Shadowfell, and you don't even know that?
Agar doesn't care. Marco's concerned.
Sebastian, you're up.
I guess I'm just standing there, like,
Yes.
somewhat terrified about what just happened 5 feet in front of me.
Reasonably so.
It was a badass display of
Yep.
just.
I just like shake my head and turn around and run towards the nearest hook horror.
Yeah.
I'd like to get in melee range, and I would like to attack it with my short
That
sword.
was insane.
That's a 25 to hit.
It's.
And I have 3 more d6.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I was still thinking about her.
Yeah.
Her amazing murder. That was crazy.
That was insane.
You guys want to fight Aza'Real?
No.
Yeah, bring it, bitch.
No.
Sebastian is feeling inadequate at the moment. He's a rogue. 5, 7, 11, 17 plus 4
7,
is
11.
21.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, very good.
21 points of damage. As you
21.
Just leave
Take
this there.
your blade and you fillet some of its fur off, exposing flesh underneath that is oozing with blood from your strikes.
Offhand attack.
Offhand attack. Bring your dagger around off the backhand
And that
one.
and miss.
I should just give her one though.
As you miss, you look back and Aza'Real looks at you. This guy, having just been attacked,
Performance anxiety.
is going to step out. To make 2 attacks against you.
Do they get attacks of opportunities?
This isn't the performance that matters.
Sebastian gets an attack of opportunity, but Oni does not because he stays in Oni's melee.
Who's purple?
I am.
Sebastian.
Sorry, I meant green.
Green was not within melee.
Damn it.
I missed my attack of opportunity.
Okay, so the first attack was a crit.
Cool.
Yes.
Hit me up.
Bane.
Oh, that's well.
Well, it
doesn't
doesn't
matter.
crit.
It's gonna hit.
Yeah. Fuck.
So that's 18 points of damage on the first,
Okay.
and then the second was a 16 to hit.
Including Bane.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't.
Oh, that's true. It doesn't hit
Miss-
anyway.
Or yeah,
But yeah.
even less. Okay, cool. Yeah, keep me on Bane because I got a lot in my.
Yeah. No,
Fine,
I'll
fine.
remind you.
Or
That's
they
it.
could just give up.
Gar,
All right.
you're up.
First off, bonus action. I'm going to use my second wind. Yay! That's 6 plus 5. I get 11 hit points. 6 plus 6. I get 12 hit points.
Why 6? Oh, right.
'Cause I have
Fighter
6,
level.
yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and the arrow that Felix embedded into the ribs, I'm just going to take my maul and smack it right there.
Okay.
That is
Try and puncture it.
17 to hit.
Even deeper. Yeah, that'll hit.
That is 16 points of damage.
Okay, give me the final blow.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like take my maul and whack right where the arrow is to make it go out, and you just hear, and then it just goes up against the wall and like falls down.
So this arrow that was protruding like about a foot out of its ribs just disappears within it, and then there's a gurgle of blood as it comes out through its beak and it just slumps against the wall,
and then like
falling at your feet.
right as I took the step to hit that one, I'm gonna take the step with my other foot, with my left foot, and just whack the other one the other way.
Okay.
Gar.
That is.
This is the Agar Shuffle.
Yeah, it's the Agar Shuffle, motherfuckers. All right, 8 plus 16 is 24.
To hit.
And I'm gonna expend a superiority die to knock it down.
Dope.
Actually, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So that is 10, 5, 20 points of damage. No. Yeah. But wait. 5 and 5 is 10 and 10. Yeah, 20 points of damage. Thank you.
Agar, you hit it with your maul. You hit it in the shoulder, spinning it around such that its back is towards you. And then you go to knock it down. Agar, the dwarf, brings his firm foot up, kicks him right in the back,
Yeah.
and the hook horror goes lunging off the cliff.
Fuck yeah!
Shit.
And then it just falls out of sight
Good to know.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
as your attack pushes it off the cliff. And you guys just hear a
Very nice.
I got
On the
pushing
floor.
attack!
That's your turn, Agar?
Yes! That's my
Oh
turn.
my God.
I can do nothing else.
So excited.
Oh, I got a new maneuver!
Oni, you're up.
Okay. My bonfires are not working, so I will try and attack him again with Elimir's longsword. First hit. 7 plus 7, 14 to hit.
Misses.
Okay.
You bring your sword up, but it catches it within its hooks.
Let's try that again. Oh, better. That is 18 to hit.
Hits.
Very good. Let's do Elimir longsword. That is shit. But oh well. That is plus Elimir's damage is plus 6. Is that right? It cannot be right.
7.
No, that's to hit.
Oh,
This is
God.
damage. Okay, so that is a total of 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage.
Yes.
You bring the blade right across it, opening up the wound that Sebastian has started, extending it even more across its midsection.
Yes. That was my second hit. So that
This
is
is your second attack?
Yes, I missed with the first.
Okay.
So that is my move. I am blocking everyone else. Yes. Yes, I am. I am good to go. Let's do more.
Let's do more.
Could I have run? I forgot to use my movement. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal.
Felix, you're up.
How's the guy on Oni look?
I mean, he's taken some damage.
He's
You can
the only
see
one left.
he's bleeding and huffing a little bit, but the rage within him is carrying him. He looks weakened, but not near.
He's questioning his decisions.
Yes.
Seeing if I can be
If it
aggressive, or if I should just help.
Try blindness. Sorry,
Riley,
deafness.
you're on deck.
I couldn't tell if they had eyes or not.
I think
I
deafness
will
would be better.
I will run up and jam my rapier into him.
Go for it.
Wow. Bring him up.
It's 15 feet. Damn.
That is 20, unnatural.
Hits. So you see Felix, perhaps for the first time, whip out his rapier and lunge towards the creature, piercing it right into its ribs.
17
Definitely
points.
seen him whip out the rapier before.
We have?
No, it's a metaphor.
Felix, did you add your extra damage?
Yep, 17.
Okay, 17 points of
We've seen
damage
it as one before.
as his rapier again
Oh, plus sneak attack.
gets
Yeah.
covered in black flame.
What?
Black flame disappears
21.
within it. 21 total?
Forgot about sneak attack.
Okay. At this point, it's looking pretty rough, but it's
Damn.
still standing. Riley?
I will go behind Oni. Guiltily cast Cure Wounds at level 2 to make up for last time.
Oh, me?
On you.
Oh, thank you.
12 points of healing,
Thank you.
not damage.
Spasiba.
De nada.
As Riley heals, her voice just rings out, and it seems to fill up the space of the cavern, echoing and bouncing off the wall. It has this very holy and just extremely overwhelming presence that to hear the voice in this cavern.
It's dope.
And I think that's all I can do.
Okay.
Please don't let anybody kill it. I want to kill it.
Well.
Hmm?
I want to kill it.
No, she's got it.
No. I hope she doesn't kill us. It'd be so badass if I could just hit it with
That was a
spear.
lot of movement. Let me see that bonus
She's
action.
a rogue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Allow me to do this.
God damn
Cutting
it.
words.
It's a woman's job.
No.
God damn it. God damn it.
A woman's job.
That's a 17. That'll hit. And then
Is she looking real cocky?
very.
No, don't do
Don't
it.
do it.
Do it! Do it!
You're already in bad standing. You know, for having a penis.
Will she know? Will she know that you
Yeah.
did it?
Yeah, because he has to yell it at them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Then-
Yeah.
Are you doing it?
I'm not doing it.
Alright.
Don't be dumb.
Thank you.
Don't be dumb.
As a note, I'm not doing it not because it would be a bad idea. I'm not doing it because I only have one bardic inspiration left, and I don't want to save every cutting words.
She brings her blade out, and she takes a swipe right across its head. And as she brings her blade across the air, there's this black shadow that trails it, kind of forming an arc across the air. And then you just see the hook horror's head, Oni, as it leans in, screeching at you. Ah! And you see this blade ah! as the head tumbles off its head.
I dropped the bonfire.
She takes the blade, wipes it across her other neck.
Oh.
Her other neck.
The other side of her neck.
Everything has to do with body parts in this universe.
In the Underdark, things are weird, man.
You don't know how fucked up this place is.
2 necks, but 1 head.
Does that mean she has 4 of other things?
I'll let your imagination wander.
I don't understand. Why would it matter if it is woman or man who kills this thing?
Aza'Real, do we need to get you a towel?
We have rags.
She walks up to you.
I flinch.
She walks up to you, leans into you like she's about to kiss you, and then grabs your cloak and just like dabs herself dry.
I love it.
And then,
What do you do?
and then she turns around, turns her back to you.
I got nothing.
Just walks right towards the edge of the cavern, right above, and you can see the green teal light shimmering and emanating. And she kind of flips her ragged, tattered cape aside, exposing her sculpted legs.
Oh.
From
Not the ankles.
From
Whatever,
my end of the corner, you can just hear me say, "Oi, Felix!" And my hand is filled with blood, and I've pulled out the arrow. And I'm just walking up to his face, just like, "Good shot, mate."
Thank you. Thank you.
So, how many did you guys get?
None.
2.
I hit all of them at once.
It's true.
Oh, you got both kills. Oh, well, thank you for the assist.
I was gonna watch, but figured you guys could handle it eventually, and I just want to expedite things.
I appreciate that.
2 huh?
Yes. Oh, I have the big one. Does that
It's
count
still
too?
just one.
Oh.
Men, they always need to count.
Is that not
So
what we
they're
were
really
doing?
bad at counting.
But you counted too as well. You are not man.
He asked me.
Okay, it still happened.
I'm gonna keep a scoreboard.
I thought it was game. Okay. Where are we going now? It is cliff.
There's a path that trails down the edge. This path over here.
Sorry, I don't have good eyesight in the darkness.
It trails off. You can see that
Apparently there's a
after
cliff.
she killed that creature, another black ball just formed right next to it, and she walks away and just snaps her finger, and the ball just
What is that?
dissipates.
What is this sphere of blackness? I've never seen anything like this before.
Would you like to see it up close?
I just did, actually. You
Would
were
you like
right
to see it
here.
even closer?
He doesn't understand implicature. I don't understand that word.
Metaphors don't really resound with him. They go over his head.
Well, it's about time he grew up. Let's go.
I'm quite old for, well, it's fine.
You guys make your way.
Without acknowledging it, I'm just gonna walk up to Agar, like grab his thigh and cast Cure Wounds level 2.
Oh, thank you.
You want more here?
It's 15 points to you.
Very nice.
What does
It's
metaphors and
myself.
growing up have to do with each other? I don't understand. I'm like totally
Was anybody else hurt there?
Yeah, but I'm okay.
You guys wind down the ledge of the cavern, making your way down to the lakeside, and the water is slowly and gently lapping against the shores. You can hear it kind of hangs in the air due to this space where the sound just bounces off the wall and contains it. The water itself seems to just be glowing this tealish green, but around it is this field of mushrooms with caps that almost have this plasma-like swirl of colors that move across it. Generally speaking, most of the caps have like a color, maybe a blue, maybe a purple. Every once in a while you'll see one cap that has like 2 of those colors, but it's kind of like looking at a lava lamp on the top of the mushroom cap.
Aza'Real,
Any green ones?
No green ones. The green colored light seems to be coming from the lake.
Aza'Real, let me guess. This place is incredibly dangerous, isn't it?
We just, yeah, what's
The Underdark.
everything?
Everything's dangerous.
I want to grab Raquella's hand before he picks a mushroom.
I want to pick a mushroom.
Don't touch it.
Are the mushrooms dangerous?
Oh God, do you know what these are?
No, but we've got a guide. It'd be prudent to ask her.
That is what I
Yeah,
just did.
let's leave them alone.
Aye.
What does he do?
If you don't bother them, nothing.
And if you do,
What did you eat?
Why would you want to eat it?
You've had mushrooms before.
They don't take kindly when you eat their people.
Oh,
It's a people.
they are sentient. Interesting.
they don't move, do they?
Is this a people?
Fucking.
These are people.
Should refer to them.
Can you
as
talk to
people.
them? Hello?
Hello, mushroom. I am on you. I I don't know how to shake their hands.
You can talk. They'll hear you. I don't know that they'll talk back.
Okay, well, just in case.
Look.
Yes.
I try to seduce one.
Are you walking up to a mushroom?
No. I won't.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
She walks towards the surface of the lake. She lets like her ankles she goes up to her ankles in the water gently lapping around her feet. And she looks out. Give me a perception check, all of you.
I'm using Yume.
Hey.
Ugh.
Woo! Natural 20.
8. I rolled a 2.
9.
18.
Nat 20.
Anything significant?
15.
15. So the three of you notice that out in the middle of the lake there are what appear to be chunks of like wood smashed. And it's a bit clustered, but some of it's kind of floating away. It's dispersed a little bit. And Oni, you notice that in addition to that, there seems to be what looks to be a piece of deep blue fabric just floating in that general vicinity as well. Aza'Real looks back at you and says, well, shit.
Would you like me to get it for you?
Was that our ride?
That was our ride.
Oh, I cannot pick up an entire boat like that, no.
Is it safe underwater? Like, is this water okay?
God, no. What are you, insane?
He is a
Kinda.
little bit crazy, yes.
No, it's totally insane. You should go in there.
I put my cap of water breathing.
I need you, dwarf! Sit down!
Oh, that is the nicest thing she said to us.
Fine.
I'm sorry,
the
what
sit
does
down
metaphors and growing up have to do with each other?
You'll learn it when you're older.
I don't live as long as elves do. Oh.
Well, we're gonna have to find a way across without getting in the water,
Would you like me to freeze it?
but without disturbing the mushrooms as well.
If I freeze the water, will that disturb the mushrooms?
You can freeze an entire lake.
Little by little, I don't know how long it will last.
You can freeze it well enough that it'll support the weight of a 7-foot dragon.
I've never tried. Let's try.
Is this
Well-
regular water? That's the other question.
She went up to her. You said knees?
No,
Ankles?
Ish.
Yeah, she took a few steps in.
And you said it was destroyed, the boat?
Yeah,
Chunks
it's
of
like
it,
shattered
yeah.
in pieces.
Fuck.
I can send Yume.
Well, look. We're going to rest.
Okay.
We'll sleep on it.
Okay.
Tomorrow morning, we'll figure out how we're going to keep moving.
Mushrooms, if you can help us, please do. Thank you.
I love Oni so much.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Okay.
Seriously?
That is 11.
Nothing happens.
Okay. I don't know how mushrooms can help, but I hope it will be good.
The water is like a weird green, right?
It's a weird greenish teal, yes.
And it's glowing.
Yeah. It has,
Aquamarine, if you will.
in fact, the water and the mushroom both have this bioluminescent glow to them. The most prominent light source here is the water, but the mushrooms cast their own light that fights against the green.
I'll pull out the little red stone, the red pebble that I got from the bag of random items.
Okay.
And I say, hey, Oni,
Yes,
you know what happens when you throw a red pebble into the green ocean?
I assume it sinks.
It gets wet, and I throw it.
Wet.
Give me a strength check to see
Oh.
how far you can throw it.
Like whetstone. I get that. That is
Hey, I
true.
did okay.
Yes.
-1, so 15.
Are you trying to throw it like as far as you can, or just like tossing it?
No, I was just trying to, just toss it.
Okay. You toss it, and you can see it begin to sink, but then after a little while, it disappears from sight as like there's this weird cloudiness that just sort of covers it. And you see these ripples emanate from that point.
Like bigger than pebble ripples?
Pebble-sized ripples.
Did you describe the shore that we're standing on?
Yeah, it's a little sandy.
So it's a little sandy. It's so there's the sheer cliff face that comes down. There's a bit of like gravel and stone, and then like 15 feet of it. And in fact, you guys are standing near the corpse of the hookworm that you had kicked over. So there's a crescent shape around it, and there's like 15 feet of gravel, and then like 10 feet of sand-ish, and then the actual shore. And then around that, in two crescent shapes, is the forest of mushrooms.
Okay.
We're making camp.
Excuse me, Mrs. Shadowblade. What are the mushrooms called? Or are they just called mushrooms? Because if I do research on mushrooms, I don't think this will be the first thing I find.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Okay. That is crap. 3.
It's gonna make you roll a disadvantage because you're a male, but
Natural 1.
they're called slugs.
Slugs.
Yes.
Okay. We have other creatures on the surface that are slugs.
No,
but
this
they
is with
don't-
a CH.
Where? Is it at the start of?
You'll figure it out. She gives you a wink.
I open my notebook and I write it in. Do research on slugs with a CH somewhere in the word.
S question mark?
Yeah.
Scrunchy
Schlums.
face.
Yes. I'll just keep staring at the mushrooms.
She
I will ask her, like, can they help us?
I asked them for help already.
perhaps, but let's give them some time, perhaps, to cool off from all the commotion that just occurred. If we're going to ask for help, we might want to wait until we're on their good side.
Do you think they would like to eat the hook horror?
Perhaps after it's decomposed a bit, but...
Should I put it in the water? Is that where they eat from?
No. Let's not, put any...
Nothing in the water.
No, let's not put a taste of blood in the water.
Okay.
Hmm.
Do you think they like music?
And she looks at you, Felix. They do not like music.
Oh,
Oh,
that is unfortunate. It is delightful.
No.
invisibly slump.
Yeah.
Let us call it an evening. And she walks over near this corner where there's a bit of a concave opening to the sheer cliff face. She leans back, kind of comes down on her butt, pulls her hood up, kind of wraps her tattered cape around her. And then just, you can see her kind of beginning to relax and begin to go to sleep.
She did not seem to care about establishing an order for watch.
Do we need the watch?
Yeah, you got it.
Oh, okay.
I'll take first watch.
I can take next one.
I'll take the third.
There's plenty of light in here, right?
Yes.
Plenty of light.
I'll take the last one.
Who had the first watch?
Me. So let me see if I understand this correctly. There's the cliff face, and we're at the bottom of the cliff, and into the lake is this crescent shape where the mushrooms are, and then the lake is like glowing from beneath.
Correct.
Is there and this is a giant cavern, and I can see the other end of it.
Correct.
Is there anything in the middle of the lake
Other than the
The wood.
debris?
other than the debris?
No.
Okay.
You want me to draw it out for you?
No, we're good. I want to use this my spyglass.
Okay.
And see if I can see anything on the other. Like, how far is the other end of the cave?
About 200 feet away.
Okay, I take my spyglass and I'm kind of like surveying the horizon line of where the water line is and slightly above.
Okay. Perception check.
With advantage?
It would.
22.
What do you think the range is on a spyglass? Probably 200 feet.
No, way
Peter,
more.
can you pull it up?
I'm gonna
Go
see
ahead,
if
roll with
there is
advantage.
something.
I feel like
We're doing it.
500.
Nat 20.
At 20.
I rolled a 16 and then a nat 20.
You don't see anything along the
Doesn't just
shoreline of the lake, but as your vision begins to creep along to where like the mushrooms are forming that crescent forest around it, you see one of the small mushrooms get up and it emerges out of the ground, pulling like soil with it, and it's a pretty subtle movement, and you see this humanoid shape kind of rustle deeper out of sight, deeper into the mushroom patch, and disappear out of sight.
Fucking trees shouldn't move. Okay. I'm gonna put it in my bag and I'm just gonna sit and keep my watch.
Okay.
Keeping an eye out, listening for anything. All good stuff.
Yeah. It's some real Dark Souls PTSD right there.
I had something.
Everyone else, just roll a d20
Can we do something
Meaning
on
not
your
me?
watch?
on your watch, but it's not your watch yet.
8. Are we adding anything?
No, just d20.
Okay.
Me, not me.
No, because you're on watch.
Okay.
You're good for now.
8.
Hey, me
Felix?
15.
15. Okay, we'll start with you.
Felix.
Felix, you begin sitting down, kind of resting your back against the sheer cliff near Oni. Not exactly nuzzled up against him, but close enough to feel a sense of comfort. And as you're sitting there, the stress of the situation, the stress of the last few days hits you. There's just this swell, and you're engulfed by like extreme dread and anxiety, and you feel profoundly lonely. And in this moment of loneliness and singularity, you reach towards your journal that you got from Bard, and you just randomly flip it to a chapter that you haven't read yet, and you begin reading it. And you begin reading about King Bard walking through a battlefield raging around him. And as he's walking through, he's what was his instrument?
He played the flute.
He's playing the flute within this battlefield, and you can tell that his flute is having this counter effect. And something clicks as you realize what he's doing, and you understand how to do counter charm now.
Counter spell.
No, counter charm. Isn't that what you learn next level?
No, well, I'm taking counter spell as my. I have counter charm already.
Oh, you had it
Counter
earlier?
Spell. Yeah.
Oh, because that
Well,
was
counter charm is not counter spell.
right, but that was still on your sheet. Anyway.
Oh, maybe it is what I'm getting. You're right.
The DM has spoken.
This is happening in a dream?
If you did have it, you don't, but now
No,
you do.
he's reading his journal.
Yes.
Well, that's
No,
what
you're
I wasn't clear to me if it was like a reaction that he was having in his dream or if it was like part of the journal.
No,
itself,
you're
actually.
reading the
It's like a
journal, and
realization.
this is what's
Yes.
happening.
Counter charm. Right.
Got it.
So you now learn counter charm.
Cool.
Yeah.
You close the book, but there's still this profound sense of loneliness. You feel a bit of relief having read about Bard, having read about his exploits. And although there's this sense of closeness, although you can hear and feel his words, you really wish you could talk to him. You really wish that you could hear him, not just through text, but hear his voice. And you close your mind, this profound sadness and loneliness swells up inside you, and you feel a connection to Bard. You can send him a sending spell.
Whoa!
Oh my god! I would waste all of it with excitement, I think. But
What would Felix do?
I'm praying to Bard, King of Kings.
Oh my god. You're the worst.
John Lagar says hi.
Oh, Bard. I'm doing my best to emulate you, but I don't know how you did all this. It's scary in here. I want to be where you are someday. I'm going to follow in your footsteps. I'm going to follow your path. I'm going to become a bard as great as you. I want to learn from everything you've ever done.
I think that's pretty much it for sending.
Yeah.
25 words.
Yeah.
Now, Chris, for those of you that don't know, King Bard was Chris's former character from another campaign. So, Chris, you tell me. Bard.
What does Bard say?
Bard is being woken up in the middle of the night to Felix reaching out to him. How does Bard reply?
It's probably not the first time.
Take the feather off.
Man.
And Bard also had a feathery hat.
I look over.
Probably sleeps in it too.
Is Trixie
Yeah.
next to me?
Sure.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they
This
just got
happened?
it. Yep.
Yeah, so
I missed-
Trixie is other campaign.
I will walk out of my room.
Okay.
Are you still naked?
Yes.
Hey, what race is Bard?
Half elf?
I just for you to describe him.
Okay. He's a beautiful half elf and the king. He's just the best thing to ever exist.
So what does King Bard say?
He will think back and say, right, Felix, I picked you out of everyone. And, you are wonderful. You will achieve great things. And y'all will follow my footsteps. I believe in you. No matter what journey you're on, you'll find great success.
That's Bard, alright.
And that's about it from King Bard. This moment of contact buoys Felix's spirits, and he suddenly feels rejuvenated. That sense of profound loneliness disappearing from him, and you go back to reading his journal. You flip it again to a new page that you haven't seen yet, and you come across a poem you haven't read before. And the poem reads, "Should dark magic begin to swell, as long as you can react in time, there will be no death knell. To save your companions on a dime and give your enemies hell, just blurt out a rhyme and counter that spell."
Hey!
Yes!
That was dope.
I get so excited. I run over and just shake Agar awake. Agar, look!
Agar is awake.
Oh wait, I'm awake?
This is during your watch.
Oh, it was the first watch, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I know I was on. Oh, he was asleep.
It was
sorry.
during your watch.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I thought we were on second watch, but I run over to Agar, Agar, look, it's Bud, he talked to me,
What?
I was
What?
look,
Slow down. What?
I was thinking about Bud, and I was trying to talk to him, and then he just he heard me, and then he reminded me, and then he pulled up, look this page in his journal, and I knew I could do this, look at this, it rhymes and everything, it's so bad.
Yeah, he was a poet. Yeah,
Yeah, he was wonderful, isn't he?
sure. Sure thing, mate. Yeah.
He's the best. I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna rhyme like he does. I'm gonna be just like him.
Okay. All right.
It's gonna be great.
Just make sure you get your rest.
But it's bad. I talked to him again.
Well, next time you talk to him, tell him I say hi.
I hope I get to talk to him again soon.
So Oni, you rolled an 8. You rolled an 8?
Mm-hmm.
No, I rolled an 8.
We both did.
What did you roll?
Sebastian and I.
2.
A 2. Okay, you guys have a roll off.
11.
14.
14. Sebastian, you fall asleep, and in your dreams, you are walking down a busy marketplace. You look down and you notice that your hands are smaller. They're no longer calloused. You look down and you notice that you're in the form of a young boy. And you're walking through this noisy marketplace that opens up into a round bazaar? No. Market with a bunch of different carts set up and people selling their wares. And then you walk through it and you get to the middle and you look around, and then as you're sort of looking, there's this weird transition where everything, all the commotion is going on, and then it just stops and you are still there, but now everything has turned to stone. All the people, all the carts, everything has turned to stone. You look down beneath you, and there's this black mark emanating from a circle.
Holy shit, he did it.
And you just look around feeling alone, and then you keep walking. And as you walk down a corridor looking for signs of life, the corridors begin to tighten and narrow, but you keep walking down that direction. And eventually, there's this weird sort of sudden transition that is both seamless and abrupt at the same time, where you're no longer walking down a street, you're walking down just an empty black void. And you keep walking, and eventually you see something out of the corner of your eye, and you see yourself. And your movements mimic your own, like a mirror. And then you look to the other side, and then you see yourself again. But now, because of the mirrors, you see this infinite stretch of Sebastians. And then you look in front of you. Again, another mirror of Sebastians. And then you look behind you. And you're just surrounded by this hall of mirrors, of never-ending Sebastians. And it kind of closes in on you. And you take a hand and you put it to the surface. And much like a pool, the surface begins to ripple. And as it ripples across, there are arcane glyphs that appear as you start seeing this very familiar magical equation appear. And then you snap awake, you pull out your spell book, and you start furiously writing these equations down. You now know mirror image.
I have tears streaming down my face as I write it, and as I recognize that, after I close the spell book, I just sort of wipe it away really quickly and make sure everyone else of the Nagar is asleep. And then I just sort of roll over and pretend to be asleep.
Okay. Bakar, your watch ends undisturbed. Who was next?
Oni.
Oni.
Oi,
Yeah.
you're up, mate.
Mm-hmm.
You start doing your watch. Anything you want to do during it?
I'll pull out my history of something in Elvish/Gnomish. And I'll send Yume to circle with the instruction of, if you see anything, come to my shoulder. And I'll just start thumbing through.
Okay, you're not looking through Yume's eyes though.
No.
You're just telling her.
Yeah.
It.
Yeah.
You may just circles. Give me a perception check.
Okay, that is over here plus 3, so 17.
17. Similar to Agar, you see from, or Yume sees from her aerial vantage the shifting of this plasma-like mushroom cap. Just kind of like it gets up and just sort of moves and sort of resettles itself. That's the only sign of movement you see. But Yume returns, and then that's pretty much it.
Cool.
Your watch goes undisturbed, but during your watch, Agar, you fall asleep. You fall into a deep, deep slumber.
Oh, no.
And as you fall into your slumber, you seem to be awoken by a very heavy baritone dwarven voice.
Oh no, I know this.
And you wake up, your eyes flash open, expecting to be awake, expecting to be within the cavern by the poolside.
This is not good.
But you're not. You're back in what essentially was a war room. And you are standing next to a long table. There's one older dwarf sitting at the head of the table, and he seems to be speaking to the rest. You kind of take a moment to assess yourself. No scars. No beard even. You're so young. No beard. No scar across the face. Nothing. And then in the back, your attention is grabbed towards that front seat. And you hear a familiar voice.
Oh no.
Oi, it's just a scouting mission. No more. We shall not engage. We will merely observe, merely learn. And as he moves his head across, making eye contact with everyone, everyone's attention seems to be rapt. They're completely enthralled. We're going out to observe. We're going out to learn. Then we'll come back with that information. Figure out how to use it to our advantage. And in unison, they all stand up, pound their chest, and give a resounding, "Yes, Commander Morforlin!"
Oh no.
Agar, you just wake up suddenly in the actual cavern. You now know your enemy ability.
I'm in a bit of a coughing fit.
You hear and see Agar coughing.
Have trouble sleeping.
No, it's fine. Just swallowed too much saliva.
Maybe
And,
it's some of the blood of the creatures that you have been testing.
That's just don't worry about it. I'm gonna just feel the scar on my face.
And you can feel it there.
Yeah. For whatever reason, I guess it feels like way more protruding now, and I'm just gonna ignore it, wipe my hand, and restlessly try to go back to sleep.
What are the remaining watches?
I'm last.
I
And Felix
can
is
take.
third.
I still have to take one.
So you're in the middle and you're last. Rest of your watch goes undisturbed. Sebastian, is there anything you'd like to do during your watch?
I actually had a thing.
Oh, go for it.
Instead of waking up Sebastian, I'm gonna wake up Riley.
Okay.
It seems early.
Sorry, the light doesn't change here. I think I don't think it is your watch actually, but I wanted to talk to you. I don't really like this place much. I don't like her. The metaphor thing, she made me feel bad about it.
Oh, it's nothing personal. She just hates everything with a penis.
Can you guys speak up, please?
It's nothing personal. She just hates everything with a penis.
Okay. I don't know. I just wanted to share that with you. I'll wake up Sebastian now. Sorry about that.
Oh, wait. Are you okay?
It is fine. It is fine. My brothers always thought I was a bit weird. Tell me, grow up. I don't like it.
I mean, I'm way younger than you, and she's not saying it to me, so I'm pretty sure it's just because you're a dude and I am not.
Okay. Thank you, Ryan.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I'll wake up Sebastian now. And I'll walk over and wake up Sebastian.
Nudges you awake.
It is your turn. Things
Rest
seem
well,
cold.
friend.
Thank you. And I'll go and get near Riley and sleep there.
Arquillo, the small reddish kobold, nestles up next to you.
Hello, Arquillo.
Doesn't say much, but he's like, just like gripping your forearm.
Yes.
Oni,
Yes.
I was scared.
It is okay. Riley is here.
I saw it bite you like a lot.
It certainly tried. But it is okay. Riley is here. She takes care of us.
Next time I'm gonna help.
Okay. From a distance, though.
Okay.
Okay.
You're gonna destroy my world if this little kobold dies.
It's happened once before.
Yeah. And I go to sleep.
Okay. Oni, during your sleep, you dream. Your dreams are taken back to a familiar farmland-like village. And you're outside, sitting on a fence. You're pretty small at this point. Your legs are dangling over the edge, and you just feel the push from behind you. And you fall into the grass. You turn around to see two other black-scaled dragonborns. I'll be quicker than that.
I didn't see you.
Stay on your toes, Oni.
I was sitting on fence. I am not tall enough to hit the floor yet.
The two dragonborn kind of like check you in the shoulders. And then just begin walking past you. And they go to a tree off in the distance and they start climbing the tree. You blink, and you're now an adult. Your village has been razed. Everything has been destroyed. You blink. You're standing at the edge of what looks to be a black sea of dark concrete that's kind of crackling. And there's this, you can feel it like in the pit of your being, this repulsion, as if there's something within that black sea that's kind of pushing you away. And although you don't see anything moving, you blink again. You're standing at this black sea again, but you can tell that you've taken a few steps back and the sea has grown. And it's like hardened lava. It's kind of what it looks like. It's just this lumpy, textured asphalt-like surface that has cracks within it. You try to take a step into it, but the repulsion is just too strong. You stand at the edge of this dead sea, kind of feeling a bit helpless. You blink. You're standing outside Vintar. The darkness of the Black Sea is replaced with the vibrant green and brown of Vintar. And you look up. And the despair that had begun to swell inside you is replaced with optimism. You blink. You wake up.
That was...
Cody,
Yes.
are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. Just strange dreams.
Okay.
It is fine. I'll try and go back to sleep.
Riley. You nestle down to go to sleep. Vision goes black. You fall into the deep slumber where you lose your sense of self and consciousness. And then it almost feels like you're being pulled, like you're running in a tunnel. And you burst into this dream with a sense of childlike momentum. And you look around you and there's like cloth hanging down, like drapes. And there are two other people with the drapes. You look around, you give them a little like, and then you dash out from the drapes. You make your way out to another set of drapes running across the marble floor. But as you run across the marble floor, off in the distance you can see two women talking. One taller, much more authoritative and imposing than the other, seems to be going through a book. And then you make your way to the second set of curtains. You do like this. A small boy, nicely dressed, with kind of ornamental patches and a collared shirt, runs out, dashes sneakily towards the curtain. The two of you look towards the third companion. And the both of you are like, come on, egging them on. And you see this creature runs out on all fours, silently. A long, devil-like tail that ends in a point. Two sets of wings behind it. Silently disappears into the curtain. The three of you are within the drapes, giggling and like poking each other. And then you look down towards the next set of drapes, which is considerably farther than the distance between these two. And you look over to them, and they're like, yeah. You're like, no. They're like, yeah. And then you're like, yeah. So you sprint out, and you run. One of your feet catches your shoelace, and you tumble, and you slide across marble floors. There's this large skid that totally disrupts, and the two women look at you, one of them with a look of shock, the other one with a fierce look of disdain, and there's a loud voice that just says, Riley, get out! And you get up and you sprint out of the room, out through the main chamber doors, pulling this large door, your tiny frame, using all your weight to pull open this large door. You close it behind you, leaving your two other friends giggling behind the drapes. You wake up.
Won't say or do anything.
Is there anything anyone wanted to do during their watches or the rest of the evening?
I'll be reading the spellbook.
She said the debris was our ride. I was looking to see like where there's a tunnel in the water, like in the cave system, or like if there is a cave system in the cavern that we're in.
Straight across from you, there's another tunnel.
Oh, okay, all right, fair enough.
And with
Just
that,
nuzzling Bard's journal like a teddy bear.
okay.
Is it my watch?
You're the last watch.
If there's something you wanted to do during your watch.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
I want to like lay down in front of a clump of mushrooms
Uh-huh.
and like just look at them. I'm gonna make a really tiny origami dragon, like mushroom size.
Give me a perception check.
19.
What are you gonna do with the origami dragon?
Oh, I mean, I just want to look at them and be like, hey, mushrooms. Like, moving my dragon around them.
To be clear, these mushrooms are not tiny. They're large. Like the smallest one.
Oh!
Yeah, the smallest one is bigger than Felix and Arquillo.
Wow.
Oh, okay, then I want to sit
It's like
cross-legged.
a small forest of
So
patches.
you weren't kidding when you said forest. I thought that was just like referring to their
No,
volume.
no, they're not tiny. They are large.
Oh,
like
Yeah.
Okay.
Felix could sit on one like a sultan.
Okay.
Or like a
So-
caterpillar.
Yeah. So
Then I want
with
to
that
take
knowledge.
a regular size origami dragon. Just like move it around with them. Do they do anything? Like, I don't want to touch them yet.
As you're moving it around, part of the mushroom flesh separates, and you just see this like of eyes, and the eyes glow with that same plasma-like color that frames the caps.
Hey! Hey! Can you talk?
Just stares at you.
I want to put the dragon at the bottom of it.
The mushroom bristles a little bit, leans in.
That's for you. She would think you're really cool. Good night.
And with that, you all get a long rest. You discover new spells, new abilities, new connections, new memories, new information that will hopefully help you through the Underdark so you can come out and overcome it. And that's what we're going to call it for tonight. So,
Cool.
this is 2 weeks in a row that someone has not used their legendary die.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
I started to roll really well after I got it. Never got an opportunity to use it.
So, with that, we're going to call it for this week, and we're going to pick up next week as they
the
try
morning.
and figure out how they're going to get to the other side of this cavern, how they're going to traverse across the lake, and how they're just in general going to deal with the perils of the Underdark. And we hope to see you there. Catch you next week.
Bye.
Stay legendary.